Huzzah! Oh, Niners. I was so proud of you in the first half. And actually throughout the game, the Niners played gallantly. For a team, you can't be missing all them people and still be the same team. But everybody was out there mostly. You can see they were really working hard. They made a couple of mistakes, and that's all it takes. Against a team like the Saints, you can't be making those kind of mistakes. You make 2 or 3 mistakes, and you're dead. And they made critical mistakes, and that's pretty much what did it. But your observations on Nick Mullens' performance today, and also the Javon, Kinlaw, Arik, Armstead contributions. I'm watching those two for the rest of the season. Arik has just been caught by Javon Kinlaw. Arik has 1 sack. Javon has a sack. Game ball, if you want to give away one on both offense and defense. Aiyuk is always going to be in there when it comes to offense, ain't he? Yeah. And Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh's game plan and adjustments. What did you think about that? I know, right? I mean, you know what? You can't be too hard on them because both Robert and Kyle, they didn't tell Richie to drop the ball on special teams play. The INTs, you can't blame the coach for that. And I notice a lot of people do, right? There are things that are out of the coach's hands, the management's hands, everything. Once those players hit the field, they've got to execute. You can't designate blame on all the coaching staff and the owners and the guys in management position. It's never going to change. You can bring anybody out there you want to. If the guys can't get it done, they just can't get it done. So, so let me get a break on that. Nick Mullens' performance, I'm noticing about Nick, he didn't get flustered today like I was worried he was going to do after the INT. He did come back out and try, and he seemed composure was still with him. I just think, I'm not sure how far of a peak Nick has to go up. So I'm going to leave it at that. But it was a game that, yeah. Javon, Kinlaw, Arik, Armstead contributions, of course. Everybody's been talking badly. The bus word is coming out. People's calling it. They're already calling him a bus because you know how we do. We give you 5 minutes. If you can't show us nothing in 5 minutes, if you're a rookie, too bad, you're a bust. Javon Kinlaw looked ferocious today. He had a sack. He was leaping across the line of scrimmage, blocking passes. I know he's going to be something special. He could be a little more athletic than we knew. I think he's a little more athletic than Defoe. I never see Defoe doing things like that. So, I'm going to give Javon, I'm going to give him a B+ today. Game ball award on both offense and defense. Just like the defense, you always know Fred Warner's going to get – Fred had 1 bad penalty. But you always know Fred Warner and Brandon Aiyuk are probably each and every week going to be the guys you're looking at if it's not the quarterback, right? Richie James, Kendrick Bourne, again, making clutch catches. Aiyuk. Got to give it to Aiyuk on offense. And defense, Kerry Hyder Jr., I tell you, him and Fred, Kerry Hyder, and Javon to some degree, they played some good games. I'm going to let them split the ball. Because otherwise, you got to give Fred the award every week. Boy is badass. And Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh's game plan and adjustments, as I just mentioned, Kyle made a few plays that just didn't materialize. Blew him up at the line of scrimmage. He's dealing with Jerick McKinnon. That's not Jerick. Jerick's a guy that Kyle's not. People getting on me for getting excited about Austin Walter. Kyle, let that kid play. He's got an explosive step. He's heavy, and his cutting is ridiculous. Let him play, Kyle. Why do you insist on making guys sit back out of the way when they should be contributing out there? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Get around here, right? Remember, short and sweet after the game. Now, don't go on and on. When I say it's up, it probably means we're probably going way over time, okay? So, hey, Alex!
What's up, big Ronbo?
I don't think I have my headphones.
Can you hear me?
I'm just not hearing me now.
Hello?
Did my headphones go out? I can't hear me. All right. Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh, I forgot to plug it in. Alex, come on in, man.
Oh, I was worried there for a second.
No, it's me.
What's going on, Ronbo?
It's my bad. Alex, I was so excited about the 49ers in the first half. Well, give me some of your observations on this game.
First of all, I'm going to start with this. Brandon Aiyuk is an all-pro wide receiver in this league already. I'm just going to say it flat out. The only reason we don't see it is because we don't have a quarterback. But I'm telling you, Ronbo, this guy catches everything. That catch he had on the sideline in double coverage, I mean, come on. The dude's a beast. Every time he catches the ball, it's a first down plus. Okay? Yeah. Second of all, I'm proud of this defense. Jamar Taylor shut down Michael Thomas today. And Darius Moore
was Thomas in the slot? He was in the slot a lot, huh?
He was in the slot.
He went out there and tried to deal with Jason, and he came back to the slot, I guess, because I said, where's Michael Thomas? I said, Jason just shut him down. He quit. And when he thought he'd go after Jamar Taylor.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my eyes. We would have won this game if we had a quarterback. And not only that, but if we didn't keep giving the ball to freaking Jerick McKinnon, who didn't even average 2 yards a carry today, why aren't we picking up the blitz from Gardner Johnson? Like, we all knew it was coming every time, and we did not, and no one did anything about it.
I hear you.
Slide protection, no nothing.
I was crying about that every day. They ran it 3 successful times. I said, "All right, Kyle, you can't think of anything to do." God, Jesus.
It's just, I get it. I love Kyle Shanahan, and I love his play calling. I think he's the best play caller in the NFL. But sometimes it's like everyone always says he thinks too much, but he does. He thinks too much sometimes.
And also, I was so proud of Nick, though, when he did finally just, screw this. He started rolling out of the pocket. I think he was going off schedule. Nick started leaving the pocket and looking around. Jimmy used to do that when he first came. That's what you do. When the play collapses, get out of there. You don't have to stay there. And he found plays to make.
Right. Nick was successful when he ran outside the pocket. Hey, how about that sideline grab by Ross Dwelly at the beginning of the game?
Oh, that was pretty, wasn't it? I tell you, Ross Dwelly, he had 22 yards today of offense. Jordan, they played hard, Alex. They really wanted that game. Jordan Reed made some spectacular catches, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Kendrick made a clutch catch.
One game with George Kittle and Jordan Reed. Just one game with them together.
I know. That's all I wanted all year. We would have been unstoppable with that. The offense we have. If everybody shows up, Alex, we don't lose a game. God.
I really hope we bring Jordan Reed back next year, Ronbo. I want to see him and Kittle with a competent quarterback throwing them the rock.
I don't know, between Trent and Jordan, which Trent Williams and Jordan Reed, I don't know. I hope so. I really do. Let everybody else walk. I don't care. I hear you. I agree.
I don't care either. Cut the fat. Let's roll. But
right.
I'm still proud of the boys. We played hard today. We had some really bad. We had some bad.
You can't have turnovers.
Bounces go away on special teams.
Yeah, and the refs too. Fun. Turnovers in the ref with that body slam. That was not. He tilted. You could see he was trying to divert it. He got bumped. Okay, you know what? It's too late. We'll see it tomorrow.
I mean, are we surprised? Are we really surprised? It's been like that since Ahmad Brooks.
I know. Can't play in that place.
Yeah, I'm still proud of the boys. They fought hard today, so we're undermanned. We fought hard. We just had some bad breaks, and we beat ourselves. So
as usual, not the Saints. That's right. All right, Alex. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Sounds good, Ronbo. You have a great night, brother.
You too. Night, fam.
All right. Later.
And Kevin Upshaw, I see you there. Hey, Robert, would you trade Jimmy D this year's first, next year's second for Lawrence? Hell no. Listen, before everybody decides that Trevor Lawrence is the next coming of the next Messiah coming, think about it for a minute. I've already made it clear. I do not want a rookie starting this club next year, having to learn everything from scratch and come in and go in Kyle Shanahan's offense. I will never support that. If we get him, he comes in and plays behind Jimmy. He learns. I'm not starting because I still see a Super Bowl next year if we can keep most of the offensive starters, and Jimmy knows how to play with those guys. I'm sorry, 13-3. I'll want to see it again next year. If we get lucky and stay healthy, it'll happen easier than it did the first time. Hey, Tony.
Aloha, Ronbo. How you feeling now?
I was enjoying that game so much, Tony, the first half. I said, look at these guys. Yeah. They're not going down in a heap. They're playing these dudes. So,
yeah.
That was fun.
Well, I'll tell you, I agree. The first half was a lot of fun to watch. Well, the first quarter especially, when the team came out really ready to play. They played their hearts out. Really and truly, I thought that the biggest breakdown wasn't so much Nick. It was as time went on and as the Saints defensive line figured out the 49ers offensive line. They just kept hitting Nick. And then the more you hit Nick, the more punchy he gets. And then you saw him, as you pointed out, scrambling around. But, it was all, I think, just the desperation hit him. And also just the physical trauma of being hit by guys who are significantly bigger than you are over and over and over again throughout the course of the game really takes its toll. And I thought he played pretty well for what it's worth. I mean, there was the pick and things, but I'm not putting the blame on Nick for this game. If Jimmy was back there playing healthy and the protection was this bad, I don't know if Jimmy could have done much better. But I really kind of think the offensive line is where we got to figure something out. Now we got the bye week, which is good, and hopefully one of the centers can come back so we can slide Brunskill back to guard and get some more
thank you. Yes. Oh God.
Yeah, and I just this it just stinks because we really did have the opportunity to win, and that BS penalty on Street, then of course and the special teams. That was the story of the game, and they were competitive though. Even at the end, like we had the talent to try to mount a little bit of a comeback, and it wasn't our day, and it was just too little, too late, and then we got a little screwed, and then their defensive line, by the way, the Saints have a really good defensive line, or at least a good defensive team, whatever it is, and they did a really good job of busting up our protection, and so I mean I think we did good, but disappointing, but we didn't get our butts whooped, so there's that.
And in honorable fashion, too. And Richie James doesn't drop that punt. We put them in perfect field position on every mistake we made. Otherwise, the 49ers may win that game. But your offensive line it's got to get better, man. People blame the quarterback. Every game we've lost, they blame the quarterback, whether it's Jimmy, Mullens, or anybody else. They have no idea what it's like to play behind an offensive line that's got to give you protection. Now, Nick, like I mentioned, Nick got out of that pocket, and I don't know what Kyle's telling these guys, but Kyle, tell your quarterback when the play crumbles, get the hell out of there and find something else to do. I really think it's Kyle.
Move the pocket.
Yes, or move the pocket.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. It's not just in the passing game this week. Like we couldn't run the ball against our defensive line either. And that's the thing. When Kyle can't get his running game really established, that limits the sorts of things he can do from a schematic point of view. And so the game kind of got away from us a little bit. But we were still kind of competitive, but we couldn't do all the things that like a Kyle Shanahan offense can usually do. And it's all because of the breakdowns up front. And look at the Eagles game where we played a really good defensive line there, and now look at this game where we played another good defensive line.
Results. Tony, great stuff. I'm going to see you tomorrow on Raw. We're getting this a little deep and give everybody a little more time. All right? Great stuff.
Sounds good, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Night, Tony. Oh, God. And ball third. I know we can run the table from Paul. See, now you're talking my language. Wait till some people forget we have lots of good players that are coming back after the bye. That was not our regular team. All right, so I know we can run the playbook from week 11. Keep the faith, brother. Glad to see Kinlaw ball. Here's another thing I want to talk about, too, Kinlaw. Thanks, Paul, for that contribution. Yes. Jamie.
Hey, Ronbo.
Jamie, man, boy, they look tough. You could tell the spirit of that locker room was raging the first half. They were not intending to lose that game. A few things got away.
No.
And, of course, they did lose the game because of – but it wasn't because the Saints beating their butt, except defensive line was tough. But we stopped that offense of theirs pretty much. We gifted them a couple of times. But stop, Ron. What are you thinking?
Well, you know how they always seem to find a way in order to make our own defense tired, like that call for body slamming their guy.
Oh.
That wasn't cool. That was going to be what was that going to be, a punt? Automatic first down? And then,
that was a fourth down situation.
Every time somebody says that you cannot figure out a way to stop a defensive line, what does everybody else do? When I played baseball, if my curveball ain't working and the guy drills the fastball, what am I going to do? I got to
tell the
figure a
coach
way
I
to
got
get
to
him
come
out.
out.
Yeah. I don't understand that. If you're the dude, figure it out. Make something happen so we don't lose the game, So I got to give a little bit. I couldn't even watch the game. I was watching your reactions and watching Red Zone.
It was painful.
Yeah. I could tell.
Some of those key mistakes were driving me nuts. Richie, you've made that play. How many times have you back on a punt return? And you caught the ball. Why are you doing that now?
Oh yeah, that one. I seen your face on that, and I was like, oh no, he muffed it. I seen that. I knew exactly what happened. He walked away.
We gave them two shots, right? And we lost the ball twice in their territory, right up against the goal. That's 14 freaking points.
Multiple times to have a chance to win that game. It should have. One of our guys should have made a play to get it done. I got a question for you, Ronbo, before I have to go. So you think that if we're on a Super Bowl run, you think Nick Mullens is actually good enough to carry us over one or so games?
Here's the thing:
the best teams.
Real quickly, what I want is this: George Kittle's not coming back, but there's enough offensive power coming back. You have Mostert, and you have McKinnon not taking such a big load. Now you've got Debo. You've got aiyuk and Debo in combination. Yeah, this is going to be very difficult to stop because aiyuk has matured faster than I thought he would. Debo's already ready to go. Now you've got several dimensions on that offense that are going to be very difficult to stop. If they were there today, this would have been a 49er blowout. See, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to keep in mind, and what's his name's playing solid. Jordan Reed looks good. Now you've got a tight end, maybe not quite the caliber of George Kittle, but now you've got a triple threat at all times. That'll work, even for Nick.
I'm thinking maybe just a slight upgrade, something a little more serviceable than Nick, and eventually,
Yeah.
But Nick, he seems to be doing fine for now, but I'm thinking to be up there in the upper of the uppers.
Here's the thing about
Nick. You might
Nick.
want to upgrade a little bit.
And Jamie, what we got to because we got to go, but what we got to remember is Nick's still learning. How many games has Nick played as a pro? See, when I figure in a few weeks, Nick's made every mistake a man can make, right? So, he's probably learning and gaining from these things. He looked good in the first half. He started falling apart in the second half after the INT. But Nick Mullens, by week 12 or 13, if he plays every week between now, you add all those weapons, get Weston Richburg back in there to help him call the defense off.
The more confidence he gets from going through motions and being able to figure that stuff out without giving the game away.
That's the way it works. Fam, we're going to go. Let's see you tomorrow, Jamie.
All right,
all right, have a good night.
All right, see you.
Thanks, fam. And HBK times he definitely was another winnable game. We let go. Also hearing if Seattle loses, I know, but not fun. If they're going to lose Thursday, Kyler Murray's boy. He said, Seattle loses this Thursday to the Cardinals. We move to third, and they move to last. Oh, no. What did it mean? I'm telling you, Russell Wilson's turning to poo-poo right in front of us. Is any Hawks fans in the house tonight? It's so nice to have to not deal with them. Joseph Smiley. Hey, Rodash. Lee Music. I love the name. These names are something real creative. Thanks, fam, to that contribution. Man, that damn going for it on the 4th and 1 before the half and didn't get the first down killed us. I know, right? Nick's got to stop with the smart short passes and dropping at people's feet. WTF, was you thinking? Punt the ball, man. I was at the game in Mullens, and the play call was terrible. That's why I say between now and week 12 or 13, they'll have worked on plays enough that they could probably execute them a little better. Kyle doesn't go to that play if he has Mostert and Debo and on the field. I just, they just lacked a little bit that they could actually make up. Coach, come on in, Coach.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing?
Oh, Coach, it's so funny because it's a weird feeling. I'm disappointed, but I'm encouraged by what I saw. This team still has plenty of heart, Coach. They're not giving up, But give me your observations.
Yeah, I mean, I knew going in that we were going to struggle to win this game. I mean, just because we're outmanned. I mean, simply.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't, looking at the play calling and looking at, the offense in general, I saw a lot of failures by our quarterback. As an old quarterback coach, I can tell you he wasn't reading the blitz when it was obvious.
3 or 4 times.
I know that Kyle's got checkdowns in the system. He's not using the checkdowns. So what are you going to do? I mean, if you're going to, and then you've got failures. I mean, the running backs, all of our running backs right now are small backs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really the kind of running backs that you can use to run a run game offense successfully all the time. You have to be able to pass in order to set it up. So, and we weren't able to pass accurately. Now, he did start out well, and we were able to run because he was getting those quick passes, and they were working. But as soon as New Orleans made the adjustments and started to blitz us, that went out the door or out the window.
Quick.
So, yeah, we couldn't get the ball off, and he was holding it. And, one of the things you're going to get with Mullens is what you're not going to get, and that's the deep ball. He doesn't have the accuracy to throw it. You saw Kyle at the end of the first half put CJ in there.
Coach, I thought it was for the reason you just pointed out, that he wasn't reading his checkdowns and things like that. He was just sort of failing. So bring CJ in. And CJ sails it. And he's got a better arm than that, Coach. Why didn't he let it go?
Yeah, I don't know. But coming off the bench cold like that, you're not going to, can't be expected to make an accurate throw deep like that right away. It was in the ballpark. Aiyuk got too far outside on it. Probably expecting the ball out there.
I was talking about Richie James, that one that fell short. Just air it out, CJ, because you've seen him make that throw. Yeah, Richie was out. He had beat the coverage. I didn't know he could do that, Coach. We got a guy that could go deep.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just, and again, it's coming cold out. There's no timing there between them,
Yeah, and they never work. It looks like they never work on it. And can you tell from that, Coach, from what you're seeing, does it look like Kyle works on that? I don't.
Throwing the ball deep?
Yeah.
They do that in practice.
You think so? Because they look.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's not Mullens' game, really. And his arm is weaker than Jimmy's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's never had a big arm.
Yeah. So, he's got a good head for the game, but he just doesn't have the tools. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But the short passing game, if they went with a pure West Coast short passing game offense and then tried to run the ball to change it up, I think they do okay. I think the rest of the year, that's probably what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Kyle sees.
We got to stop, Coach. But like you're saying, though, if the check down is there, guys, please don't wait till the last second when the defender's right on you to make that decision.
One last real quick thing. Special teams, my God, again, didn't show up for us. Special teams is definitely an Achilles heel for this team. Has been for several years now. And without anything going on there, we have no chance to pull out close games. None. So I wouldn't worry too much about this season. I think if we get another win or two, we'll be lucky. But going ahead, I mean, our defense can only do so much. I mean, our front is playing their butts off, but we're overmatched.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
We'll see after the bye week what they look like, and we can make a full assessment on that. But I tell you, I was kind of impressed with that defensive effort today.
They did play.
I saw Kinlaw come alive. Kerry Hyder was doing a great job. They really look interesting today. Because let's get together tomorrow if you get a chance, will you?
Yeah, sure.
All right, man.
Take care.
Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Night.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, that's tell you. And what I say at 3:47, you're in New York City. Hello. Hello, New York, 347. And if I can make, let's go to 503 Oregon. Hello. I wonder if we're having a problem with our system. Everybody can't hear me. 503. If you're a first-time caller and you hear me, it's probably you that I'm talking to. Who is this?
My name is Rodney, man.
Yeah, Abe, over back in New York.
Hello.
What is your? I'm sorry. What is your name?
I'm in New York.
Hey,
Rodney.
Hey, Rodney.
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, man. I'm a long-time 49er fan. I've been trying to get in your chat for a minute, dog, and I like your style.
Thanks,
I love
Rodney.
your style. You're the bomb.
Thanks, man.
Listen to me. I'm a hardcore 49er fan. I've been there from the days back in the days.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. No, it's not, daughter. I'm going to tell you something. The reason why things are happening the way it's happening, I mean, it's not Kyle. It's, injury bug has hit us. A lot of problems have created this situation. So we can't sit back and point the finger at just one individual, this individual. We lost the defense, 2 key defensive players. We keep losing guys. There's been no inconsistent play because we haven't had all our guys. So what do you think is going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an up and down season.
Yep.
And another thing is that our quarterback needs to be available. Period. End of story. You got to be available. He's getting banged up all year.
I know. And last year he made it.
Exactly.
The year before. Yeah, Jimmy's given us 1 year.
Yeah, this first year he's getting banged up, and we wasn't prepared for that. We didn't see that. We was not prepared for that. Nobody's really prepared for that. But if it does happen, you still have to have a stable backup. These guys are not a stable backup. They play scared.
Mm-hmm.
They play scared. They do. I sit there and I'm watching the game today. I'm like, I'm sitting and watching. He's sending the plays in. It's like when they see something different in the defense, change the play. You're a football player. Dude, you've been in the – come on, you're going to sit back and tell me you can't sit back and change the play? But that's another thing. There's so many holes where it's like trying to plug up all the holes in the dike. Every time we plug up one hole, another hole opens.
Mm-hmm. And it's like the coaches don't know what to do or say to the players. Did you notice that? Because you watch Nick go down in a blitz. How many times? I say, Kyle, there must be something you could tell these guys to do to adjust. Come back, hit him again with the blitz. Call time out, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. But see, you know what, though? I agree with you on that on Kyle, too. But that falls on the quarterback, though. Like, he should be able, if he know they blitzing, if he see them, he know they blitzing.
And hit
that's
the check
his
down.
Job while he's on the field, right.
Like Coach was saying.
Check down. You know they coming. If you know they coming, and then they sit back, they say, this guy here, he going to sit and let us blitz him again. Hit him again. Because the quarterback doesn't read the defense.
And Rodney.
If he sees, I mean, come on. Let me give you an example, hypothetically speaking. Now, you remember when Kyle was in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan had the best season of his career.
Yep.
Turned him into a gunslinger.
MVP.
And Garoppolo was heading into that same direction.
Yep.
Right? Correct?
Yeah.
Now, if now Jimmy was there, he would see that change and he would adjust to the play. But that's because the kid's not getting enough steps. So what do you expect is going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people got to realize, man, we cannot sit back and blame Kyle for a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff has to do with when you're on the field.
Yeah.
When you're on the field and you're a quarterback and you know they just blitz you and you see them seeing the same blitz again and you're the quarterback, you didn't see that coming.
And that's why I said coach has got to call timeout, settle his quarterback down. Say, count the
Yes,
fingers,
agreed.
Nick. Are you okay? Okay. You had
Yeah.
Jarek standing there wide open. You had this guy standing there. You know, just sometimes that's all it takes, and they'll come back and it'll be okay. But calm things down. Don't let it continue to deteriorate. Yeah, Rodney, good stuff.
Yeah.
We keep it short after the game, though. If you
I
get a
have
chance,
one more thing to say, though, dog. I'm
Okay,
gonna
real
be
quick.
on you next weekend, too. I'm going to tell you real quick.
Okay.
What I would love to see them do, even though we ain't got all our tools, man, we need to take more shots downfield, man.
Yeah, I know everybody's looking for that. We got the guys that do it. I didn't know Richie James had that talent. He does.
Yeah, man.
Rodney,
Yeah.
we really got to, Rodney. We got to go, Rodney. Let me see tomorrow, okay? If you
Yeah,
get a
we
chance.
gotta go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit you up again next weekend, man. Look for me, man. Rod, I'm gonna get at you, dog.
Be looking forward to it. All right, fam.
All right,
Have a
you
good
too,
night.
brother. Peace.
Yeah. And I see SCERS, because I can pronounce SIRS. SIRS 11. Thanks, fam. Sorry, my fellow Niner fans. I just hate losing to teams we're better than. Oh, I know. We're actually, we full force, we're definitely a better team. That's the thing. Niner Nation forever.
I'm gonna bring
Right.
some of the Christmas stuff.
Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, as you know, terrible things, but the 49ers were impressive. I like the way they fought their ass off. They made some doofus mistakes, and that's the only reason they lost, along with the referee. Flag on Contavious, you know that's too rough. Oh, no. Ralph, put some panties on him.
Way too much doofus. Dude, Nick Mullens is crap. I'm done with Nick Mullens.
Yeah.
Ain't no such thing that he needs to learn the playbook more. That's just sad, Ronbo.
He knows the
Nick
playbook.
Mullens is crap.
He just,
No,
yeah.
he doesn't.
Well, he
No,
looks like
doesn't.
he knows
He's horrible. He's crap.
but his decisions
He's
are,
crap.
yeah.
He's just flat out crap. I'm sorry. He done had one too many chances. Once you rattle his cage, he's done.
Yeah, I know.
We need to start CJ or we need to go to Johnson. That's horrible. CJ, Nick,
Johnson.
Nick
I would
is
like
crap.
to see that, actually.
Nick is crap. I was trying to get this man a shot, not to blame him on my dude. You're throwing it right to defenders. You're throwing it in double coverage. You're not Brett Favre, dude. Cut that out. You just stop. He really believes he's Brett Favre. Stop it. Just cut it out. That number 4.
We can't
take
trade him
it
no more
off.
either. I mean, if you were going to get a
I
draft
don't
pick for
care.
him,
Cut.
I'm
I
just
do not
saying,
care.
if we was going to get draft picks, I don't think we could get them now.
You're not going to get nothing for that man. Let him cut him. You're not going to get nothing for that man.
We could have
Anybody that
last
gives you
year.
Anything for him? I just know if anybody gets anything for him, period, even if we re-sign him, we're not going to get nothing for that man. That's just flat out sorry playing quarterback. You know, it's just, yeah.
Just like
lost
Coach
us
says,
that game.
he does panic.
Besides that muff punt, yeah, that boy lost us that game. It's just we actually had a reliable shot to actually win this game.
I know.
The funny
First
part.
half, the
He
defense was
blew
playing
that.
good, too. Yeah.
Exactly. Defense gave you one too many shots, even though, here goes Nick again. 3-0. We just got you the ball. 3-0. Here goes Nick. I said, oh, my goodness, dude.
Defense was doing that all
Shanahan
night.
does have,
They kept Michael
Shanahan
Thomas
does
in
some
check.
playing with that was just horrible.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do. I do think, though, Kyle's got to have do some things different. If you're going to keep Nick out there, do some things different than Kyle. Tell him when he's doing something wrong. Point things out in film room. I can't believe Nick seems like a sharp guy. You know, some of the things he's doing, show him where the check down was. You got a blitz? You don't have time to stand there, Nick. Throw the check down or throw it away.
He wants to keep.
Him
He
and
wants
Jimmy
to throw
got
the
that
ball
bad.
deep. It's just his like I said, he has that Brett Favre syndrome. Wants to make explosive plays. Stop that. You're not Brett Favre, dude. You're never gonna be Brett Favre. That's his,
He broke all
that's
of
his problem.
He broke all of Brett's records at Ole Miss.
It doesn't matter. You can't do it in the NFL. The hell?
He hasn't got that kind of cannon.
You can be an all-star in one place and be crap in the next.
No,
Nick
we've
is
seen that
horrible.
enough
I'm
times.
sorry.
I mean, you know, it's short and sweet after the game. Let me see you
Yeah,
tomorrow, fam.
I know.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, like I had told you before, on the plus side, Aiyuk is gonna be our new TL.
Oh yeah,
I just
that boy's got skills.
That's the positive. That's the only thing. Yeah, that was the only thing I was excited about. Like, give it to Aiyuk. But that's But we'll talk more tomorrow.
All right, looking forward.
Yeah.
Night, Emilio.
Good night.
Yeah, Emilio's pointing out Aiyuk. You know, Aiyuk almost had 100 yards, and Kyle didn't even let him play in the third quarter or the second quarter. Was it that Aiyuk disappeared all of a sudden from the offensive action? 503, Oregon. Oregon. Got a friend
Hello?
in Oregon. Yeah, and who is this?
Hey, what's up, man? My name's Denim.
Yeah, wait, Denim?
Yeah, Denim.
Yeah, hey, like denim jeans. Denim, welcome on in,
Hey,
man.
if that's how you want to remember it.
Yeah, it helps. Denim, come on in, man. What's going on with you? Did you watch that game and got some observations?
Yeah. I've been thinking. I called in the other day, but it's too late. So the main thing I've been thinking about is the same issue with all the quarterbacks isn't the quarterbacks. I mean, obviously Mullens, probably not a starter. Jimmy G has some great things he could be doing, but the way he acts, doesn't get hits all the time, you know? If you get hit all the time, if you get injured and hit all the time, Nick's going to be like that soon, too, after a few games. I mean, we made the Seahawks look all world.
I know.
Defense line.
God. Now, Denim, the offensive line, they don't look like they did last year, except for I just keep wondering, will West and Richway make a better, move Brunskill out of the center position because Grasu sucks so bad. We had to put Daniel over at the center spot. And now Compton, who probably can't make most rosters in the NFL, is over at the guard spot. So Nick is sitting there, and I feel sorry for the quarterbacks because that's got to be painful. Bam! Every time you look around, bam! Oh, man. So, I'm sympathetic.
When there's not even what was the stat, like 2.7 seconds to a throw for Jimmy?
Yeah,
there's not even that much before the Seahawks or whoever's D-line today, too, before Gardner just gets in their face and immediately they're on the ground. What are you supposed to do? Of course, if they could scramble, it'd be better. But, I mean, they need a Russell Wilson at this point in time to be able to survive what that line's doing.
Well, the thing is, even if they'd run out for just a second, now, Jimmy used to do that. I used to love when he'd feel the pressure. Jimmy wouldn't even look, and he'd feel the pressure. He'd start moving to his left or right, whichever way the pressure's coming. He'd move in the opposite direction. He's moving his receivers over. He's letting them know where they're going. Boom! Kyle, I don't know what he expects or what he insists upon, but I'm thinking, Kyle, take the leash off at least Jimmy. He can do this. When he was playing on his own, when he first came, he was frigging awesome. And now he stands there in the pocket. He waits for the pressure to get there, and they're going to get there, Denham, and then he crumbles. I said, come on, man, this is not right.
It's just bad. I mean, the amount of weapons that we have is honestly insane.
It is.
I think that Jimmy just needs a different situation. I love the guy, but I think he needs a different situation to thrive in.
No.
Kyle's not the marriage for him, He's great.
Could be.
Kyle can do his thing, but it's just not a great marriage of quarterback and coach.
But the thing is, even if it was Aaron Rodgers, which is my other choice, if you're going to tell those guys, I want you to keep your eyes downfield, the more you can hang in there, even if, Kyle's it's written about Kyle. He says he likes it when the quarterback stands in that pocket. He's getting hit in the face. He even run like he's getting hit in the face. He's getting hit all over. He stands there and he makes that shot. I like a natural thrower. And I says, Kyle, this is 2020. You can get a quarterback killed doing that with an inferior offensive line. You let them manipulate that pocket if they have to. Have a moving pocket on occasion. Stop standing there in that shotgun and waiting for him to be killed. The receiver's not going to always be open. Anyway.
I mean, if they wanted a guy to stand there, they should have took Brady. But what you're saying, get him to roll out. What have they done that looks so great the past few years? I mean, the play-action rollouts, they need to get him in some space. I mean, Mullens showed he can run a little bit. He's not a pure athlete, but he was rolling out a bit. I mean,
today
give him a
he
chance,
did it.
Right?
Today he did it. He looked good doing it. He made a couple of plays like that. Gentlemen, we got to go though, fam. Great to meet you. If you get a chance, get him back here tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I'll get back in. I just want to say Brandon Aiyuk looks awesome, and I'm out. Thanks, Ronbo.
He is special. Have a good night, fam.
Yeah.
And hey, Chuck Birch, thanks, Chuck. He says, thank you, Ronbo, for your unwavering faithfulness. We still love our Niners. Yeah, well, that will never end. And the numbers may change and the names and faces may change, but the love for the red and gold never changed. Hey, Norm, would you get in here? Norm's always got special lighting going on. I love it.
Stay in here. Niners all day, man. Who that said we was gonna beat them Saints today, man? Because
nobody. No, I've not talked to one person that came in talking about we're gonna beat the Saints. Everybody was like hopeful. Even me, who always hollering and screaming, I said it was gonna win 27-24, but you knew I was kidding when I said it. You know,
the team actually gave us a little hope today. They actually had some good plays, even though they didn't get beat up. So I'm like, okay, cool. I thought the Saints was gonna come in there and just knocking it out the water. They only scored 27 points.
And we gave them 14. And the ref gave them at least 3 with that foul on street. So, no.
We got 4 turnovers. We gave up 4 turnovers, bro. That's not gonna do it. No, that ain't gonna do it at all.
No matter who you're playing.
You're gonna lose games doing that. You're gonna lose games giving up turnovers. I don't blame. I mean, the refs did their thing, whatever it's not, but the turnovers that killed us, that smacked us in there. We gave them like 14, 17 points off of turnovers, bro. And that's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work in today's league. You ain't gonna win no games doing that. So going forward, I just hope that these guys come up with ways to protect football, because y'all was dominating. You was dominating in the first quarter. You had ball control, the whole shebang bang, and y'all let that go. So, I mean, yeah, y'all deserve this L. Niners deserve this L. And the Saints fans, they deserve this dub. All the other haters that be coming in here rooting for the Saints, even though y'all not Saints fans, thank you. Y'all got a dub. Thank y'all for coming to support Ronbo's network, because this is the best sports podcast network in the history of social media.
Oh my God.
Stop playing this Niners all day. That's how we doing it.
Thanks, Norm. You saw them Saints fans run around through here, right? Trolling. Norm, you know what's really nice tonight, though? I don't see that contingent of irritating Seahawks fans. I'm delighted. If anything came out of this day, Norm, they got a butt whooping a second in a row, and it's fun.
You know what else is fun? The Saints are probably all bitter about last year when we went up there and surprised the hell out their ass. And they was happy because we don't have Jimmy G, Kittle, and Mostert and all them. And they took Emmanuel Sanders from us and only scored 27 points against us.
And we gave them some of those points. Norm, they didn't. I mean, Richie gave them some points at the end of the game, dropping the ball a few inches away. Oh,
yeah. But
no
Jordan
fruit
Reed,
cup for Richie for dinner tonight.
Let's talk about Sean Payton wiping the aiyuk off his face. And let's talk about Jordan Reed scooping that thing up from a centimeters off the ground with one hand on him. That's what's up.
Ooh.
Jordan Reed, man. Jordan Reed, the man for that.
God, that was
and Hyder Jr., you the man. Jason Verrett, you the man. That Niners defense, y'all give props for me. That offense, come on, man. Y'all got to catch up.
Give Kinlaw a little bit. Give Kinlaw a little bit. He was grizzly. He was mean.
Give Kinlaw some love, straight up.
Oh, yeah. He's coming around,
So, yeah,
Norm.
we'll be back before the bye week. We gonna smack them Rams and get the SoFi Stadium. Trust me.
Norm, let me see tomorrow. I mean, this is gonna be. I can't wait to see what the write-ups say about this. All right, fam.
I already know.
Appreciate you, Norm. Have a good night, fam.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. I'm really juiced about Kinlaw. I see something coming there. I can't wait. Hey, James. James out in the Garden State of... Oh, James got no audio? James, you got no audio. You remember how to do that? Put the instructions down. And, James McClain. Oh, there's somebody else. James McClain, we may have to send you... There's a couple of functions you need to go through, a couple of steps you need to take to get that audio in. All right. We got... James, keep working on it. Matt! Come on in, Matt.
Hello, Ronbo.
Matt, hello and good evening. It's a funny feeling. You see your second and third string out there working hard. And, with a couple of less mistakes, and I got this superiority feeling going on, knowing that had our first string been there, we would have beat the Saints 2 years in a row brutally. It would have been better this year than last year. Last year we escaped with a win. This year we just would have handed them their ass. They're just not that tough. I mean, Jamar Taylor did a good job against who? The league's MVP wide receiver? I thought that was Jason Verrett holding him down. I was wondering where Michael Thomas was all game long, but last year we did a good game against Kamara, and he got off this year. So, But anyway, what are you thinking, Matt?
Yeah. Well, my one takeaway from this game is, positive, and at least we can look at it like our 2 first-round picks this year played great, and they look like they're going to be studs in this league for a long time.
Yeah,
With
Aiyuk
Kinlaw and
Aiyuk's going to take his place at the top of the list. It's probably starting next year.
Mm-hmm. And, it was way too many mistakes today.
Oh.
The muff punts and the interception. And, oh, my God.
Well, see, that's the only way they were going to win. We had to make mistakes. That's because otherwise our guys were outplaying them. Matt, did you see the stats? Nick was doing great until a couple of mistakes. He's got that ball sprayed double-digit receiving yards with about 5 or 6 guys. Oh, so unfortunate. You can't make mistakes.
And, yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, I'm just saying you can't make turnovers. You give the ball back to a team like the Saints, you're going to get beat.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to say was, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Jermichael Hasty broke his collarbone.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. So we did not escape.
Yeah.
I thought we got away without an injury this week. No.
I was thinking so too, and I was like, oh, nope.
And it's always serious. We can never just have a minor injury. It's always got to be serious. Mm-hmm. It's either a high ankle sprain. Now we got a broken collarbone. When was the last time we had a broken collarbone? God.
Yeah. It's tough. But got to get over it. Got a bye week next week. Got the Rams. I don't know. Rams.
We could beat the Rams.
Seahawks aren't looking too good, so.
I love it. They were talking about Russell Wilson. He's the worst quarterback in the NFL the last 2 weeks. Mr. MVP. Russell Wilson is the worst quarterback stats-wise in the NFL. No! Did you say that? He did.
Yeah. And all the Hawks fans coming in this chat and blah, 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 and blah. And where are they at now?
I know. If anybody see a Hawks fan, please spotlight him and let me know who he is. I'd love to talk to him.
Yeah.
Especially that dude, Joseph. Hey, Joseph Smiley, bring your butt in here. Trash talking clown. Come on in, Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Hey, did the Cowboys play today?
No, they were off this week.
Okay, because that's why Texas boy was seen in here. Nothing to be ashamed of today. Hey, Matt, real quick. Oh, Matt, we got to go. Hey, Matt, let me see you tomorrow night on Raw, okay?
All right.
All right, man. Night.
See you later.
And Niner Bot taking a shot at KB. Wow. I like KB, but he's more trouble than he is worth. I thought he had a good game. Well, thanks for the contribution. How you take a shot at KB? Wow. Michael Big Show. He says, Ronbo, why does Kyle not see that Richie James doesn't fit with our special teams? He needs to utilize him more in the slot where he flashes. Amen. Who do we have that could play? Well, Trent Taylor, I'll let Trent be the special teams guy. I want to see more Richie James. Richie had a good game, basically, until he got back on special teams and dropped the ball in perfect position for the Saints to score. Hey, James McClain, show, thanks for that contribution. James McClain, are you audio friendly?
Yeah, man. I don't know what happened. I've never used Zoom before, but I figured it out.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Well, James, And now that you're here, man, give us some feedback on this game and some of the things you appreciated and some of the things you didn't appreciate. Go ahead.
You know, I gotta say, there's a lot more that I did appreciate than I didn't. I think
Good.
there's too much negativity that these so-called fans give out every week after a game, and I just want to change that. I think that we need some positivity.
I'm
I
always down
saw
for
a
that.
lot today. And I really feel like if most of our team wasn't practice squad and backups, we would have won that no problem.
Easily.
We've got too many weapons, and all of the guys that are playing, whether they're practice squad or backup, they're giving it their all. And I think that if it wasn't for those couple of bonehead mistakes that we made today, we would have had that game in the bag.
Yes.
I mean, between Jordan Reed's catch to the fact that Brandon Aiyuk is easily going to be a number one wide receiver.
Yep.
Just everything that I saw today, our defense, you know, coming from what the Saints did to the Bucks last week, I thought that it was going to be a lot worse than it was. I had hope all day that maybe we pulled it off, but I was just happy with what I saw from them today. It was a pretty crazy game.
And James, we pressured the quarterback today on several different occasions. I'm really encouraged by that because I seen penetration. I seen those guys get in there. Jameis Wilson was getting hung. We almost killed Drew Brees. I mean, he's out for the rest of the season, most likely. If that rib injury is as bad as it looked, we just destroyed their chances to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I had to laugh because I was listening to the commentators and they were talking about how the Saints offensive line is the best in the league. And then maybe two plays after that, Javon Kinlaw got his first sack. And oh man, I was happy.
And did you see him do the Nick Bosa? He learned that from Nick. Did you see him? They dropped Javon to the ground. He bounced off the dirt and still brought him down. Let's go. God, Javon. Nick is probably sitting there saying, that's my dude.
Yup, exactly. And if Bosa was in there, he would have done the same exact thing.
Exactly.
And I don't know, man. Just how many players we've lost this year to injury, whatnot. There's been too many of them. But what we're doing now, even after that, after overcoming all of those injuries, is just crazy. And I don't think that there's enough people that are truly proud of the team and what they've done. But
good point.
Man, I don't think we can be anything but proud of them right now.
Nah. We do overly criticize. We really do. James, you're a breath of fresh air, man. We need to give these guys credit and stop damning them every time they make a mistake. That's true. I usually quit first. But hey, James, listen, we're gonna have to go because it's short and quick after the game. But James, don't be a stranger, man. Get in here tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow night. All right?
All right, man. I definitely will. I've tried to get on quite a few times, but you just have so many people wanting to get on every night, and I've always got stuff going on, so I'll definitely try and get in more often. Though. Ronbo, you're awesome. You're definitely one of my favorite Niner fans, and I love watching your show. Thank you so much for giving me this.
Thanks, James. Appreciate that, fam. All right. You have a great night.
Good night, Ronbo. Thank you.
Thanks. Night. And, forget about it. It's not a Mike. Mike.
Hey, Ronbo. What's going on, Ronbo?
Hey, I tell you what, I can't wait till after the bye week. Hey, Mike, this is the good thing about this game. It gives you something to look forward to. The spirit in Santa Clara's locker room has not died. Those guys had every intention of winning that game, and they did not feel inferior. They made some mistakes, but it wasn't from lack of effort. They came out there to play the Saints. Wait till the troops get back. Oh, yeah. Even with Nick quarterbacking, I think it's going to be a different team.
Ronbo.
You're not feeling it, are you?
I love I love you, Ronbo. I really do.
Hey, remember what James just said. Don't start hating on the guys too hard. Not in Mike. Don't do it.
I love your positivity, Ronbo. I do. Listen,
hey, you got to give the defensive line some credit. They look good tonight.
Let me tell you. We were lucky that Jameis, I like to throw picks, Winston, came in for the second half because it would have gotten real.
We almost killed Drew Brees, Niner Mike. They were not getting off on the 49ers.
And listen, that's the one thing I'm going to say. Listen, mostly I called in just to say hi, Ronbo, because I already expressed my feelings on the season the last time I talked to you. All right? But the one thing I will say about the game, that had to be one of the most shittiest, I mean, just the most horrible, unbelievable call I ever saw. And it's crazy. We always get that call, right? Did you or did you not think about the Ahmad Brooks play when he cracked Drew Brees? It was 3-4 years ago, they called that same type.
It was more than that.
In a big game.
It was about 6-7 years ago. But you know what? You're not allowed to hit Drew Brees in the Superdome. That's just the bottom line. I'm starting to believe that's the way it is.
Rule. They give that. I think they slide that in the referee's lockers right before the game. You know, they give him a little yellow card. Says don't let them hit Drew Brees. They hit Drew Brees. You got to
15 yards.
Yeah. No matter what. Yeah, no matter what. But listen, hey, the guys showed up. They played. I don't expect anything less because they get paid to play. You know what I mean? As bad as they might be, as bad as it looks, and no matter what any fan or any media member says, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they get paid cash money to go in there and perform the best that they can, So we're going to leave it at that. But at the end of the day, we gotta really start looking forward to next year, and we gotta start seeing the pieces. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of people returning, Ronbo. I got to tell you, though.
Well, we don't have any money, Mike. You can't pay all those people.
Listen. Hey, here's the deal. We got money, but in some regards, I don't want some of them to return.
Mike,
I'm serious. I'm sorry.
I know.
I don't want to sound mean. Like Jimmy Ward today, right? You see Jimmy Ward out there. Congratulations on Jimmy Ward for making it through half a season without being on the injury list.
No, he's been out.
Term,
I think.
No, I know he's been out, but by this time, Ronbo, usually he's out for the season.
True. True.
He's right there with Todd. Both of them, they hang out in the rehab. They spend more time in the rehab room than they have in any football field. I can tell you that. But listen, it's going to be what it's going to be. We're going to find out about certain plays. And for anybody, too, I don't want to hear anyone come on here getting excited about Richie Sherman. Listen, if Richie Sherman does come back, it's going to be for him to try to get himself a contract for next year from some other team. But I got to tell you, Richie Sherman comes back. He's with the lack of pass rush that we got this season. If Richie Sherman does come back, he's going to get torched. It's going to be horrible.
Mike,
absolutely horrible.
Mike, I need you to continue this tomorrow night because after the game, But Mike, please, Mike, I want you to rest on this, and when you get up, I want you to get up in a good mood, have somebody bring you breakfast in bed, and peel your, and I want you to have a happy face on tomorrow. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Look, Ronbo, I'm gonna call in tomorrow. I promise, just to talk to you, Ronbo. All right.
Yeah, looking forward to
it. I appreciate you as always, and I love your positivity above everything else. Niner faithful. Shout out to all of you. Hope everyone's good and safe out there. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, Ronbo?
I'm looking forward to it, Mike. All right, fam. Night, Mike. Yeah. See, my feeling is, James woke me up to some things. There's no need to get mad about this game. There really isn't. Look who was playing, all right, and look who wasn't playing, and look who really is on this roster who wasn't playing. You got to take this for what it is, Nobody to get too mad. And Jimmy G, what's up, fam? Remember, our season starts week 12. Oof. We're set up to make that run. Go Niners. Somebody's gonna get hurt when they do return. That I believe that too. Hey, is it Niner bots back? What you happy
Ronbo.
about? We lost to Winston. Lost to Winston of all people. We're never getting to the playoffs with Niceception and Jittery G. Nutter Bot, you're really on the negative page tonight. Oh, I understand your pain, but I think you're looking ahead with a forecast without justification. There's some good players that aren't playing, all right? So, hey, Jose.
What up, Ronbo?
Jose, man, I'm just sitting here trying. Now, after James McClain called in, he's right. There's no point in skewering these guys. They're not the main frontline guys. They did the best they could. We had a few first stringers in there, and we had a few not first stringers in there, but they played hard. And we made a couple of crucial mistakes, but the Saints did not blow us off the field. They did not outplay us. We gave them that game, and I feel good about that.
Yeah.
I feel we got it right too.
Yeah.
But Jose,
Well,
let me.
Yeah, like we all said.
Yeah.
Like we all said, we weren't expecting much. They actually did way better than we thought they would, without a few mistakes, without those zebras getting in the way, some bad calls there, and some terrible 3rd-and-1 play calling by Shanahan.
Hey, but
we were
Jose,
right.
You know what, though? The play wasn't such a bad idea because it drew everybody away from the line of scrimmage. All Nick had to do is give him a decent pass. Nick, he's up here. Get it out of the dirt. Give Aiyuk a chance to make a play. That would have worked if he just could have got the ball to him.
Yeah, but I mean, Ronbo, it's 3rd-and-1. Run the ball. We had two chances to run the ball.
The way Jerick McKinnon was running, maybe not. They stood him up a couple of times.
And even on that 4th-and-1, it wasn't bad. It was just the center got pushed over to the wrong side.
See?
That's where that blown coverage was.
We got them weak sisters, and Brunskill's not a center. He's a guard. Or no, he's a tackle. Yeah. So, Weston Richburg, for God's sakes, Weston. Jose, can he comes back week after next, will he last? And Vegas probably has a line on this. Will Weston Richburg, will he survive till week 16 or 17? I bet there's odds on it.
I think it will.
Oh, I wish.
I think it would.
God. Man. I hope so. Because that'll help Nick out a lot. Because he knows how to call the defense and help out. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then on those mistakes we made on special teams, I also want to blame Kyle for that because what was it, 2 weeks ago against the Seahawks? It was Pettis getting the kick return, switches over back to Trent Taylor. He made a mistake, switches to Richie James. It's just too much switching. Just pick one guy, stick with him, let him roll.
And let Trent Taylor do it.
Learn from the mistakes.
You know what we used to do? Coach Callahan, man, this dude, every time special teams, we'd be standing on the other field doing whatever, each unit, right? If special teams guy made a mistake like that, all right, everybody take a lap. Oh, Jesus, Coach, take a lap. Hey, Ronbo, let's go. And the thing is, everybody gets punished. It puts extra pressure and focus on the guy that's screwing up. God.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no reason for that.
That's right.
Jose, let me see you tomorrow, Jose, if you get time, will you? All right, fam.
I'll be
looking
all right,
forward.
take care of him.
You too. All right, Jose. And hey, Johnny V.
Ronbo, what's happening, my man?
John, it's again, we went through a potpourri of emotions this year after every game. There's this cocktail of feelings, because last year was all ooh la la, ooh la la. This year it's like we embrace moments of joy through this first half of the season, and I've gone to the point I appreciate them. I like what I saw. We lost the game through boneheaded things and a ref call that I'll never forgive, but we should get used to that by now, John. We get ref calls every week that we want to find the ref and pee in his cereal. But, we're going to get that, and we got to play around that. So, I like what I've seen from the defense. I like what I've seen from Kinlaw. Jamar Taylor's going to be fine in the slot, apparently. It's interesting. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I just spent the last 15 minutes chasing my Niners hat across the goddamn freeway because of the windstorm here in Ohio.
Oh, I thought you were riding a motorcycle or something.
This goddamn hat cost me my ass. I'm chasing it all around traffic, Ronbo, like a gypsy. I'm chasing this hat.
I don't blame you. I would sacrifice my life for my designer gear too. John, you can get another hat, John. Be careful out there. God.
You know what? As a matter of fact, Ronbo, while the cars were going by, I tried to look for the damn thing on Fanatics, and I said, there isn't one. So
yeah, no, you're right. If
But
you go by, I shop from them too, and they'll run for a while on a certain piece of merchandise, and you can't find it. I've told people that asked me about certain hats, and they went back to look for it. They couldn't find it. I said, yeah, that's what they do there. They keep that stuff moving.
Yep, that's it, my man.
Yeah.
But, Ronbo, I took it for what it was, man. My expectations were we were going to get slaughtered. We held Michael Thomas like under 20 some yards.
That was it.
Had like 5.
Yeah.
I think Kamara rushed for like 80 yards, Ronbo.
No, Kamara
came out and did everything they could.
Kamara was their only
what
offense.
What the hell we're doing on special teams? We can't
that's another story.
We can't field the damn ball on a kick return, dude.
Tell you what, man.
The fundamentals, man. Ronbo, we gave up 20 points in the red zone, man. I mean, the score doesn't reflect it, but we did damn good.
John, they shouldn't have been in the red zone. 2 or 3 times they shouldn't have been. Richie, they're not supposed to be in the red zone. We had another faux pas near the red zone. We kept giving the ball up in their territory. We had a fumble or something. I forgot the second one. You can't give the Saints the ball 20 yards out. And one time, I think they only got 3 points. So
Yep. We did. We shot ourselves in the foot, Ronbo. We really did. But you know what? That should speak for something, though. It should speak for something. That O-line's got to polish up.
Please.
I don't give a damn who you guys want under center. That O-line isn't going to save anybody. Rookie of the year, rookie of the universe.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's
you
going
name
down.
it, dude. They're not going to survive that. So we really got to adjust. We got to make some changes, Ronbo. I think the draft priorities need to be reevaluated.
Offensive
I
lineman.
think Jimmy should be our guy, and I think we need to work on a center. Because I heard that Weston Richburg, Ronbo, I don't know. He's considering retirement. He's hurt. He's not healing well.
God.
I've been hearing that around a few chats.
Well, that sounds right. He was supposed to come back after the bye week. Wes is probably tired of trying to recuperate and rehab every year, and that's what he's done for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know for sure, brother, but we should probably look for a center at some point.
Well, I'm hoping out of Atlanta, Alex Mack is available.
Yes.
Man,
yes.
God, John.
I love Alex Mack.
Oh, he's the right guy for the job too. John, let me see tomorrow, fam. Short and quick after the game.
Rombo, I'll see you, my man, for sure.
I'm looking forward.
All right, my man. Take care of yourself, man. I love
you.
Love the show, man.
Oh, love you back, fam. And get a new hat, John. Don't be running around out in front of cars, man. People get crazy.
This goddamn thing just got here the other day. Rombo, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm closing up shop. I'm going home.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
Good night.
And we all have our favorite hat. I would, I got 4 hats I can't lose, Hey, Denise, come on in, lady.
Hello, Ronbo. How are you this evening?
Denise, I'm here and there and everywhere. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. Got all these things going on at the same time, but we're gonna get all right. I think this is gonna get really good in a couple of weeks. Because what are the odds of losing everybody again into the second period of the year? I better not.
Well, I don't know. We
much.
just lost Jermichael Hasty, so I wouldn't actually vote. I wouldn't put any money down on that if I was you.
We lose a player a week, no doubt about that. And you hear about Weston Richburg? Hey, by the way, in the chat, if you hear anything about Weston Richburg, please tag me, because what John just said, Denise, sounds right. Weston Richburg may have had enough of trying to recuperate every year.
Honestly, I think him and D Ford both should retire because both of those people are costing us a ton of money. And, actually, I was really trying not to be negative. But those two, I think, both need to retire. Because I actually, James took all my juice because I really was going to come in here
and be
really positive. I was
Yeah.
like, yes. I was like, okay. I'm like, I'm not going to be negative tonight. I
Mm,
go, that's for Raw. I'm going to be positive. And here are my positive takes.
Yeah.
Kinlaw got 2 sacks. Whoop, whoop. Go Kinlaw.
And he was
Aiyuk,
so instrumental
he's a
tonight.
budding star.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aiyuk's a budding star. You know what? People are still pissed off at Kyle Shanahan for picking him. I'm sorry.
Are they?
He's a good pick.
I've not ran anybody yet. Let me find them.
Because, yes, people are saying that we should have got Jerry Jeudy. We should
CeeDee
have got Ruggs.
Lamb. Even
Yes.
I was a Ruggs guy.
Yep.
I don't care. Ruggs
I
hasn't
was
even played
too.
all
I was
year.
too.
Yeah.
No, I was a Ruggs guy. I liked Ruggs, but Aiyuk, I think, is kicking butt. Like, I'm happy with that pick.
He's got a more versatile game. He's got so many great. He's got those arms, his hands. If you get that ball to him, he makes the catch. I haven't seen him drop anything that was catchable.
You know what? Ronbo, he's fast too. Like, if you go back and look at his college highlights, you know how you're always saying that we need a deep threat? He is a deep threat. If you go back and look at his college tapes, that boy's fast. He can run, and he is a deep threat.
He runs a 4.3. You know what's so funny about him? He ran a 4.5 with an abdomen problem. Okay, and I didn't know that in the combine. They got him fixed up. He can run the 4.3. I don't think Kyle's cut him loose on those routes yet. He may start doing it.
Nope.
And Richie James can beat. It's not about speed all the time. It's your ability to beat coverage, and James can do it.
Exactly. Yep, both of those. Defense, you know what? They played their butts off. They played their hearts out. They did. Like, I don't know what else we could ask from our defense. Like, seriously. Like, what else do you want them to do?
Because Kerry Hyder.
We're playing,
He had some help today, Denise.
That's a
Did you see
positive.
Javon? Javon was active.
Yep.
He was diving across the line of scrimmage. We've never had a big guy do that. Look at that.
And guys were pissed. I mean, guys were, everybody's mad about D-Buck. I mean, I'll be honest. I was mad about D-Buck too because I really liked D-Buck. He was one of my favorite players, and I was going to go get his jersey, and thank God I didn't because they ended up trading
it's
him.
expensive
But
for trading players.
Think about it. Jamar Taylor had a good game. Jason Verrett had a good game. And everyone wants to blame Kyle. You know how you say everyone, like when I talk crap about Jimmy and other people talk crap, you're like, who are you going to get? Well, that's what I want to ask everybody. If you want to fire Kyle, who are you going to get?
Thank you. Because we've not been happy. How many years, Denise? Chip Kelly, Jimmy Tom Sula.
Oh, my gosh. Sula, God help us.
No, we don't want to go back there. I'm not complaining about Kyle. I complain about some of the things he does. But as far as firemen, get out of here with that. So, yeah.
Well, he's still learning. He's still a young coach. Everyone forgets that. He's still a young coach. And look at how good he is as a young coach.
And he's doing.
Does he make mistakes? Of course he does.
Of course.
And you know what? I'm sorry. I do disagree with the whole get rid of Richard Sherman. What I'm hoping for is that Richard Sherman kind of goes into doesn't play all the time, but goes into more of a position coach. I think he would be phenomenal as a position coach.
Denise, and you hit it right on the head. We got to go, but listen, Richard Sherman is actually working with Aiyuk right now. He's telling him what to expect. It's helping Aiyuk already.
Yep.
Denise, let me see you tomorrow, though, okay? And keep that positivity going. Love it.
All right. All right. I will talk to you later, sir. You have a fantastic night.
You too. Looking forward. Night, Denise.
Right. Bye-bye.
And there's Natterbot. Natterbot, you really trade both Jittery G and Nick Seption for Sam D. God, no. Natterbot. Thank you for the contribution, but Natterbot, no. Please, no. Matt. Matt, come on in, Matt. I don't understand this infatuation with Sam Darnold. He ain't all that. What is up with that? We already did that. Hey, Matt. Matt. Hey, Ellis!
Ronbo, give me next call, fam.
Can do. Well, Ellis is such a great dad. Him and the kids are probably hanging out doing something. Hey, here's the guy with that cool name. Hey, Ron.
Ronbo.
Ronbo. Yo, I hear you. Well, Ron.
What's up?
Yeah, well, Ron, we're going over the game, and we're piece by piece putting perspective on it. Ron, what is your spin on this? Huh?
Did you see Quan?
Made me so mad. I said I didn't know who it was.
Dancing around.
Oh.
I don't blame him. But like, did you see him dancing around like we had our whole team?
I know. I was irritated. He came through at first I thought it was somebody imitating Quan. Then I realized, no, that is Quan.
Then I saw the pink hair. I was like, oh man, he's like spitting in our face.
Yeah, man. You know what
I
though?
don't blame him.
Quan didn't do anything. He wasn't all that busy during the game. I need to check and see how many tackles he got. And Emmanuel Sanders.
No, he made that one stop on the goal line.
That's it, huh? And Emmanuel Sanders didn't have a great day. I think Emmanuel Sanders had less than 10 yards.
Who?
If that. I think I saw him get 8. So you know.
Who, E-Man?
Yeah.
No, he hadn't. But no, Quan did have that stop. That forced us to kick that field goal. When we were on like the 2-yard line, he stopped the running back. But all I have to say is, look at backup quarterback, third string rookie running back, makeshift defense, and they played their asses off, man. They lost by 14 points. They were in the game until that last pick. That last pick, really. And then Richie James gave it to him.
I know.
Richie,
See that?
What are you doing?
Oh, God.
So they had 4 turnovers, right? 2 picks, 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
They lost by 14 points.
Yeah, you cannot give up that much and still win the game. If you don't have those turnovers, it's another story.
Yeah, but
I mean, really,
but they only lost by 14, and the Saints were rolling.
Yeah.
Saints were rolling.
They're supposed to be badass.
So there's a lot of positives to look at.
Yeah.
We get healthy. Listen, we have Rams. We could beat them again. We already proved that.
Mm-hmm.
Bills, Cowboys, Cowgirls.
I'm worried about the Bills. Okay, but the Rams.
Redskins.
No problem there. Okay, you know what? Let's count them up then. Okay.
Seahawks, Cardinals. Come on.
You know what?
Win out.
I think something's wrong in Seattle. I really do, Matt. You know, Russell Wilson's starting to suck a little more every week. Wait till we get all our guys back, and now let's play. You know?
Yeah, Russell Wilson, MVP. What?
I tell you. Now, he's probably not going to suck for every week, but you know what? What's going on with him? If he loses Thursday night, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to be watching that game.
Game ball to the entire defense.
Yes.
Even though they lost, game ball to the defense.
But
they played their asses off.
Matt, did you see that pass rush? We got pressure today.
Oh, my God.
Over and over.
You see? Oh, my God. Fred Warner was out there like a cat. He was commanding everybody, go left, go right. He is an all-pro linebacker.
That's normal
Fred
for
Warner
him.
is so underrated.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers said it when they played them, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
He said, he is an all-pro linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He's unbelievable.
That's normal for him. Yeah. I'm talking about, though, I'm looking at Kinlaw. Looks like he's showing glimpses of it. He was in on almost every tackle. He was so fast to get to the spot. If Kerry Hyde or anybody else stopped somebody, Kinlaw be in there to clean it up. Look at my rookie. He's developing.
It took him a little bit to get rolling. Mid-season now, he's fucking. Sorry.
Yeah, be careful. Kids are listening.
But listen, is Sherman coming back? Where is Sherman?
I don't know where he's going to play.
Where's Richie Sherman?
Sherman is coming back after the bye week against the Rams.
All right, they'll have Debo back after the bye. Mostert will be back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a different team. I really do.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Playing the way they're playing.
Yeah.
But we need a quarterback. We need.
No, you know what?
You missed that bomb. CJ missed that bomb. James, I thought it was a touchdown.
He can make that throw. I don't know what CJ was doing.
Oh,
he pulled that ball up short.
Richie James had him beat. He was wide open. I'm like, what are you doing? You underthrew it. And he saw it, too. You know he saw it.
No, he knew. But his hair looked good tonight. Those golden locks were shimmering under the sun. I mean, under the
I told you a
lights.
couple weeks ago. I said, what did I say? I said they're going to lose to Green Bay. Right? They're going to lose it. But they can still win out. They have a easy schedule coming up.
Well, Buffalo's going to be tough. They really are tough. But hey,
but
Matt, we got.
They haven't played a defense. They haven't played a defense like ours, and we're rolling with our backups.
No,
Matt, we're gonna have Sherman
I agree.
back.
Matt, we got to stop.
Everybody help.
Ron, I'm sorry. Ron, we got to stop.
Short and sweet after the game. Ronbo?
I'm sorry, Ron. How did I forget your name?
Always a pleasure, man.
Hey,
I
thanks,
love you, man.
Ron. Hey, love you back, fam. All right.
Best broadcast. Love you, man.
Hopefully see you tomorrow.
No, we lost.
All right.
Number 11.
Night, Ron. Yeah, he's right. We still lost, but still, what an effort. Oh, God. Why does the team... There must be something that could... Maybe my homeboy could... If there's a man cover hole, hopefully he'll be texting or something, and could he please step in it and just disappear? And Justin, well, glitching really let me down. Go to overpowered by a... Oh, I didn't even see that. I don't know what's going on with Glynchy this year. And Nightbot, have you seen Sam play? He's actually talented. Nightbot, thanks for... Nightbot, I don't see him... He doesn't look like a superstar or anything like that. I mean, I don't see him being better than Jimmy. He's okay, but he's nothing special. If you're going to get something in there to replace, let's not make a lateral movement. Give me something that goes forward. That's nothing to get excited about. Kyle's probably not. I guarantee you Kyle's not going that direction, almost. Hey, Christian.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Christian, we're lost into the game, but, I still like that the winning spirit is alive and well in Santa Clara. We just need to make less mistakes with the second and third unit. But otherwise, I can't wait till after the bye week. I got to figure you have a fired up, ready to roll 49ers team with some of the main troops back in. But your feeling on tonight's game?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not completely pissed off at this game, honestly. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm drinking at least a little bit of my sorrows away. You know what I'm saying? But
way to go!
But it's not too bad today.
I agree.
But honestly, everything that I saw on the field today, I feel like the problems aren't even on the field, except for the injuries, of course.
Oh.
But I mean, I have some pretty crazy opinions and stuff like that. But I mean, I know this is a long shot, but if we could get sign Kaepernick as a second string, maybe Garoppolo we could light a fire under his ass, maybe kind of like the Steve Young and Montana sort of situation. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing: if Cap could learn to work from the pocket with his running ability, this is why Kyle let him go. You've got to be a guy that can work in that pocket. Now you can get out and roll out and run, but Kyle's priority one is being able to navigate from that pocket. And if you can run, this is what Harbaugh was working on Cap so hard before he left, trying to get him to work from the pocket. So this is something I don't know if Cap's improved on since he left, but that's the problem. Because right now, a running quarterback is in vogue again. So, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing with Kaepernick and stuff like that. But maybe we could even maneuver something to be sort of like how we just saw today. The whole thing with Hill and Breeze. You know what I mean? Back and forth. Having a running quarterback and someone in the pocket. You know what I mean? I feel like that would benefit the Niners quite a bit.
Yeah,
and honestly, but come on though. With Shanahan, I think Shanahan, I love Shanahan to death. I love him. We need to keep him there forever. But I think he needs to give up some power a little bit, and maybe we need to get a good offensive coordinator, you know what I mean, to call some of the plays, because Shanahan, sometimes he gets a little bit over his head a little bit. That's how I see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think you can count how many offensive coordinators are actually better. Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
They
that's
had
true.
that one
That's
guy
true.
in Denver. I forget his name. He's from a similar system. He could actually work for Shanahan. There's not that many guys, I think, qualified to work for Shanahan because Kyle's going to get pissed off. If a guy comes in there and isn't on his level, he's not going to put up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, he's not.
And you know what? Like the whole thing with the whole, because I've seen a lot of people in the chats like we got to get rid of McKinnon. Richie James is trash. I mean, have faith, man. Have faith in those dudes, man. Those dudes are beasts, man. Those dudes are honestly, in my opinion, yeah, I agree. McKinnon might not be like the number one running back, but like he's a great second running back. You know what I mean?
Third down back.
And Richie James too. Like he's underrated. He's so underrated.
He starred for us against the Packers. Remember? You know, we're unforgiving. If a guy makes a mistake, we're all over him. We want him out of here. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
They're never going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody's going to be mistake-free.
Yeah, for sure. I have complete faith in my Niners. You know what I mean? Defense is perfect. McKinnon and James, like, give them a little bit of time, man. Come on, just relax. I know they've had every player is gonna have a bad game. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. It's not gonna be a great game the whole fucking time.
Right,
you know?
Christian. We got to go. But Tom Brady last week, he's supposed to be the GOAT. Russell Wilson's been the worst quarterback for the last 2 weeks in the NFL. There is no such thing as a flawless QB. It just doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So every time a quarterback makes a mistake, you're not going to get any better. You know, you get one, he's got a good day this week and a bad day next time. That's the way it goes. Christian.
You know what? You know what?
Real
Brady is on retirement. He's retiring, and Russell Wilson is fool's gold. That's all I got to say.
Good. I like that. All right, fam. Let's see you tomorrow. All right, Christian?
Oh, definitely, man, for sure.
All right. Have a good night, fam.
Take it easy, Ronbo. You too.
You too. Thanks. And Clarence Molina. Just I'm mad at Kyle. He just needs to sit. McKinnon looks tired. Fitness not there. Pass pro is poor. Kyle also needs to adjust his schemes to cover up the O-line. Clarence, he has a lot of work to do. Yeah, you need to send him this list. Kyle's, that's probably, he's got a great coaching staff, though, so they're addressing these things, but I don't think the players always get it done. Marion!
What's going on, bro?
Marion, we're 4-6, and, you know, we could just as easily be, you know, the 49ers, the games we've lost this year, we lost a couple of silly games, but we're still supposed to be over 500. Now we're 2 below. It's crazy. But, Marion, what are you thinking?
Well, you know, I ain't trying to bring down the party, but I'm being negative tonight.
It's
with all
okay.
that positivity crap. Listen, first thing first, the Saints scored on 3 touchdowns. That was something that was either called a penalty and it was 1 turnover. That pass interference crap, Drew Brees led to a score. That alleged fumble. I've got receiver name for New Orleans that they overturned and called incomplete pass.
I forgot about that. Yes, that was our ball.
Yeah. He literally made a football move and had 2 steps.
2 steps. I counted them.
Let the ball go.
And the ball got punched
That
out.
made the score.
That's right.
Right, and then the Richie James. So, you know, the defense played their heart out. It was put in bad positions. I mean, I was pissed off with Contagious Street because if you remember back in 2013, we went to New Orleans, and I think it was
Ahmad Brooks. Yep.
Had grabbed Drew Brees, and by his neck movement, they're going to call passing roughing the passer. But whatever. If I see Drew Brees, I'll probably slap him anyway. But I'm pretty tired of bad decision making with Kyle Shanahan. I'm not understanding this play calling he's doing. I do agree that he need to give up some of this play calling because why in the hell we said to run a reverse and Debo is not in the game?
I think he trusts aiyuk. I think he can do that, but Debo's the master. But you know, He doesn't have a lot of options. He doesn't have enough players, Marion. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but
He only
stop
had
running.
2 guys. But maybe take that out of the playbook this week.
Yeah, just run a traditional offense. Stop trying to do all this gadget and stuff. Stop trying to outcoach yourself. We're losing time as is. We don't have much. We don't got like 6 games left.
Yeah.
Just. Man, I don't know, man. See, I'm getting pissed off just thinking about it. I just know I'm sick of John Lynch and I'm sick of Kyle Shanahan decision making. But they made bad decisions, like the stuff that came out about Butler and how he thought they were going to meet in the middle and he got traded and different things like that. Man.
Marion, do you believe that story? I worry about some of the things like that. I can't believe the 49ers can go up 1 more million. I mean, 22 was too much. I agreed with that. But 19, that would have been fine.
Right. And from my understanding that they was going to, I think he was on his 5th year. So he still could have played regardless. He was still under contract. You know what I'm saying? But Butler earned his money, though. That's what I'm saying. Pay the guys that earned their money. You knew what Armstead was before he got there. Well, before you got there. Just like they talk about, they don't like Jim Garoppolo Armstrong. You knew it was Armstrong before you traded for him. So,
but wait, everybody else says that. They don't. Everybody else says that. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan don't. You never hear them saying that.
Hold yourself accountable. And one thing I don't like is people who don't hold themselves accountable when they mess up.
There is that, though. Man, we got to stop. It's short and sweet after the game, though. Let's see you tomorrow night, okay?
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night.
Yep.
And let's go back. Ellis.
Yeah.
All right, Ellis. I can see by the tone in your voice that you have some things you're not happy about. Ellis, go ahead.
Kyle.
You want an installment?
What?
It's not Monday night.
I'm gonna save the installment. Yeah, I'm gonna save the installment for tomorrow. Austin Walter is needing to start.
Yes.
Okay. When he touched the ball, he was so excited. You could see how he was moving, and he was actually doing something with the excitement. He's elusive. He runs hard, and he's got low pad level. And that boy is getting. He was. Yeah. We got to get Austin Walter. I guess there's going to be no choice now, right, Kyle?
Yes.
Being that Jermichael Hasty's got a broken collarbone, you don't have a choice now, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Is that right, Kyle? So hopefully now the nepotism and the favoritism shit he can no longer utilize, because it seems like he's been doing that. Now we're down 3 running backs. We'll be getting Mostert back, but how long will that be?
It's
okay. Get him for the rest of the season.
He still needs some help
get him
out
for
there.
A game or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Brandon Aiyuk. He's a baller. I'm really glad we got him. Shout out to Jordan Reed catching that ball damn near at the ground.
He looked like a shortstop, didn't he? With a baseball glove. Picking that
with one hand. Yeah, he sure did scoop it up like a shortstop.
What was with Nick and them low shots
that was
today?
Great.
My goodness.
I wish we could have seen some more of that, fam. I was a little disappointed we didn't see enough out of Jordan Reed. Yeah, man. Jet McKinnon, he's getting too much. He's getting too many carries. He's getting burned down. We got to keep his legs fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Walter trading off.
Yes.
So he kept Jared fresh, because once Jared once he gets gassed out, then he's got him on special teams. He's doing too much with him. You're putting too much work on him.
I could not believe he put him back there on special teams.
God.
Kyle, what are you doing? Let Richie do that. And then he let Richie do it. Shut up, Ronbo. Drop the punt.
Man,
the
truth,
no.
The truth hurts, man. The truth hurts. And, accountability, like my man said, like we've all been saying, has been a necessity here. Now Kyle's being left with no choice. I feel like let's get one thing clear. We, as much and as great as the Saints are, we had every opportunity to beat them tonight.
Yes.
At home in the Superdome.
49ers
Let's be clear on that.
Not the Saints.
We lost because of turnovers. they capitalized off the turnovers, and they still didn't even beat us by a large. I mean, they got us by 2 TDs, by 2 scores, but that was, like I said, solely based on the fact that it was turnovers and times when there shouldn't have been no damn turnovers. It should have been completed, passes. Those 2 underthrown touchdown passes. Richie James was underthrown by our number 3 QB, and then that other one, Nick Mullens, underthrew KB, all he had to do was throw it up. I don't understand what's going on, why these guys can't let it sail. Let it fly and let it be up for grabs. At least leave it to where they're having to both beat their feet and make the best man win. Come on, what the hell are we doing here? Look at what Kyler Murray did with 11 seconds on the clock and threw it to DeAndre Hopkins.
That was
in triple coverage. In triple coverage. Okay?
That's that. Boy, I tell you, Kyler Murray's a scary bro. Ellis, we got to continue tomorrow.
Yeah, fam.
And
we'll be back tomorrow,
points.
Man.
And yes.
Yeah, man. D minus on the offense.
I know.
I would like to even say A+ for the defense because they played their asses off against the Saints. Look at how low we kept their offense, man. That was just impressive. Great job by the defense, Kinlaw. And everybody, man. Just a great play by these guys, man. So y'all stay lifted, though. We still got a few more games left, and things are kind of still rolling in our favor, nonetheless, even despite everything, because we got some
we're in the wild
teams
card
that we
hunt.
needed to lose.
In the wild card
Yeah,
hunt.
man. So
all right, Ellis.
We can get some more W's, Ronbo. We'll be good, y'all. Stay lifted.
Right,
Thank you, family. Always for the platform. And, mañana, man.
All right,
we're
looking
going
forward.
to get it in raw. Peace.
All right, fam. Night, Ellis. Hey, Jay.
So, Ronbo.
Jay, we're sitting back here and laughing how the Saints barely beat our second unit, our third unit, maybe even some of the fourth unit players. And Jay, if the 49ers found a way not to make them crucial errors, we win that game. Well, can you imagine what would have happened around the NFL? Well, the 49ers winning in New Orleans today, a 9.5 the underdog, and they ran the Saints off. Says something about Kyle Shanahan and the heart of the Niners. I was waiting for that. I saw that in the first question. 49ers, if they don't self-destruct, they can win this game. And this ain't even the homeboys. This is just the guys that are covering up the gaps. Oh! But, of course, no, didn't happen. But I'm still proud of them.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Jay?
I'm thinking, we got a bunch of players that not supposed to start, and it's just, Nick, he have opportunity to make plays and he just can't do it. I don't know. Everybody talking about bench Jimmy for Nick, and Nick can't do it. I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, that's not as bad as trade for Sam Darnold. That one really annoys me. What's Sam Darnold done?
He's a lot better than Nick, I can tell you that.
That's not fair now. Don't pick on Nick.
I'm not picking on Nick. I'm just saying, Nick has the opportunity. Nick has the opportunity to come out and play a good game. He did the first quarter, and then he just disappeared, man.
And I knew that was going to happen after that interception. That's why I said, Kyle, we need a shrink on the sideline. If Nick throws an INT, somebody's got to get him to settle down, get over it. It's like that's what I have about Jimmy G. Jimmy throw an INT in a heartbeat, right? But Jimmy gets over that. He'll get over that INT 20 seconds after he's done it on the sideline, and he'll come back and cut a defense up like a surgeon. That's what Nick has to do. Get over that dang INT and go back out there and get him.
Yeah. But,
You know, that's why they're talking about looking at quarterback. But they need to have they have to have everything open. They need to evaluate all these college players so they don't leave nothing unlike how we did about Patrick Mahomes. They need to evaluate every player that's going to be in the draft and start from there.
They're doing it now. They got Adams Peters running around all over the place. And as John Lynch said on KNBR, no, we've got to be prepared for every emergency. So, and they know CJ and Nick are probably not the best guys. So you get a guy and bring him in there and let him work under Jimmy. And as soon as Jimmy, his contract expires in 2 years, if that kid is ready to go, you bring him in. But this cold turkey, get Jimmy out of here and bring a rookie in. Oh, I do not support that at all.
Not with this O-line. That's what I've been saying, Jim. Yeah. That's what I've been saying, Ronbo. We don't have an O-line. So regardless if you put a rookie back there,
he'll get butchered worse.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, well, no O-line.
It's just you gotta have protection. You gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's about football. It's both sides. You able to run the ball and you gotta throw the ball. You only can't do one part and not do the other. You know what I'm saying?
And we've proven that.
Yes.
But Jay, we got to go. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow, Raw, I'll be looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate what you do, brother. Thanks, you.
Man.
Have a good night, brother.
And you too. Night, Jay. And hey, let me bring him in right from down Bama way. Niners for the ride.
What's going on, my man, Ronbo?
All right, man. We sitting there licking wounds and figuring out why us. And somebody else would probably say over in Seattle, well, why not y'all? I mean, we lost. One thing I do today is laugh about the MVP, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, who was already, they was crowned the NFC West champion. Boy. But Rod, enough of me. What's up?
Man,
y'all can come on back and talk to us. The chat is looking for you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rod.
Well, man, one thing you know about me is that I've always tried, especially since the new regime with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan showed up, tried to be positive, try not to, jump the gun, give them a fair opportunity to prove themselves. And I'm going to just be honest now. I mean, it's been a couple of years now. The only thing I can say is this right here. The thing that I will definitely give them the most ridicule on is this. We did too much investing in guys who were either underproven or, they really hadn't proven that their skill set could translate to success in the NFL. For example, Jimmy Garoppolo, okay? I like Jimmy Garoppolo when he first came to the San Francisco 49ers, when he took us on the 5-0 record, things of that nature. We already had a losing record, things of that nature. But, I mean, the bottom line is this right here. This is what I feel. I think that we put too much emphasis on trading for guys in positions where we were not completely sure about what they could really do. Because, I mean, we all knew that the guy had a winning mentality because he came from New England. We know that he had a pretty good scouting report based off of things that the coaches said before he got to the league. But you think about the good players that we allowed to walk by when, your Odell Beckham Jr.'s, even your ABs, or whatever the case may be, or your Jamal Adams, I know they attempted to get Khalil Mack, but it's like all of the players that we got and we gave big contracts to, like Jimmy Ward, a player who had proven that he was injury prone, giving Armstead. And I know, like you, me, myself, I was big on Arik Armstead as well. But, I mean, before we give these guys these contracts, we got to know who they are, man. And I mean, even the contract that they gave to Kwan Alexander, I mean, the more and more I think about it, man, it's like it was just a bad decision. And I mean, I think the time is now for us to go ahead and accept that
I think Kyle Shanahan, I made a comment to you last time we spoke. I think sometimes he has the problem of wanting to be an offensive genius more than he wants to just take what the defense gives or take what the team gives him, like he did in Green Bay when we ran the ball 90% of the time and just let Garoppolo throw a couple of passes. I mean, that's how Kyle Shanahan wins. And I mean, you just look at right now, like the guy who came in running back right now, the Austin guy. I mean, we got a skill set with the running back coach. I mean, I'm not worried about running games. As far as everybody that has the negative remarks about Jerick McKinnon, hey, I feel you on that. Why are we still trying to get something out of this guy when the first 2 years after he made all this money, he did absolutely nothing? I mean, we got to do a better job of stop trying to always find a bright side in something that's not bright.
Yeah, but Rod,
keep it fundamental.
It's hard to have that kind of insight. Because I look at a ball player and he looks good and he performs. You've got nothing to go to. You can't look and see. It's hard to make that judgment as to whether he's going to be successful, completely successful. It's always going to be a risk, So it's really a tough thing to do. You get a player for what you see, and just at face value, you look at him, he'll work with your program. Because the 49ers tend to go after guys they think they'll fit in their program. So it's a tough call to make. So it's a hit or miss.
And I mean, I give you one more example, Ronbo. Guys talk about like the receivers we have. To be honest with you, whatever, Ahmad Keen, I know what I'm talking about, bro. I done been a 49er fan since '81. You can get off the chat line with that shit, bro. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Jalen Hurd was supposed to be our DeAndre Hopkins guy who can jump up and, but I mean, and just like some of the other guys, he was a guy that came to the league with an injury background. It's like, these guys got potential. I'm taking nothing away from them. Yeah, if everything goes perfectly, there's always a chance things could work. But we got to stop putting our investment and putting our time in these guys that just haven't lived up to what, the criteria says it has to be a football player. Yeah. And let me just say the last thing, Rondo, because I know I talked a lot.
Because way out of time.
Instead of flagging the 49ers for unnecessary roughness, why don't y'all flag Drew Brees for unnecessary softness? Because every time we get this motherfucker a hit, he can't take it. He's a pussy. Excuse my language, y'all.
And you know what? Brees, be careful. Be careful. Because the thing is, Rock, we got to go, but the thing is, good point. Because Drew Brees, he's too small to be in the NFL to begin with.
And don't you remember the last time we talked, I told you the Ahmad Brooks curse was back on. I told you. I said it.
Rod, it never left.
Every time we hit this dude, we get flagged.
I know.
I'm frustrated, Ronbo. I know we got to go, man. I hit you on Raw Dog.
All right.
Let me get that exit, baby.
For the ride.
Ahmad, Queen. I know what I'm talking about. Holla at you, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Let me remind you guys, please be careful with the language. I beg you. Because we do have young people listening. And also, what ends up happening is YouTube will actually not let me monetize. So please, if you can, you get his attention well, but try to keep especially the F-bomb. They really hate that. All right. Hey, Justin. Or should I say, Justin. Oh, Blaze Pyrex. Thanks, fam. It says, Kyle Pitts first round for Kittle backup. What does that mean? Kyle Pitts first round for Kittle backup. Oh, Kyle Pitts. You know what's so funny? I thought you said Kyle Pitts. Who is Kyle Pitts? I got to check him out. Okay. For Kittle backup. Actually, we have a kid that everybody wants to see. Is he worth Charlie Warner? Is Charlie Warner any good? I'm still wondering. We've not seen him yet, and this would be the time you should see him. But Ross Dwelly's played so well. And then, of course, you got Jordan Reed. I guess Charlie's just not going to get a shot. This just in.
That's just then, another day, another loss. I knew this game was going to be kind of over when we got that bullshit roughing a passer.
Language, please.
Sorry,
language.
my bad.
The BS will work.
Baloney bologna sandwich, roughing passer call. Roughing the passer. Where is that roughing the passer? He lands on the fudging side of the quarterback.
Justin, please, Justin, give me a break with the F word, especially.
I said fudging.
Okay. Anyway, I know what you mean, though. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a bad call. Really bad.
Where, and that's Street. That's Contavious Street's first sack that you wiped away.
And all right,
because of that
that's
penalty.
true. And they took it away from him. And it's a beautiful sack. Perfect wrap-up and execution. He tried to tilt to the left when he's going down, but he got bumped by another player. So, you can't call that.
It reminds me of the Mark Brooks penalty. The Mark Brooks penalty. It was reminiscent of that. And you remember that game? We lost that game. I was like, here it is. That's the penalty that's going to make us. That's going to break us, and it did. It broke us. It broke the mentality.
We lost home field advantage.
The offense wasn't the same. The offense wasn't the same. The defense wasn't the same. The special teams wasn't the same. They kept making dumb mistakes. They were just off kiltered, and then Jimmy Ward dropped interception. Left things in right.
That was right there. Catch it, Jimmy. Come on, man.
And this might be. I told you. I said Ronbo that this game is can predict if Mullens is the starter going forward. For the rest of the season, not next season, but for the rest of the season, because Jimmy's probably not coming back. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If we keep losing like this.
You know what? It depends on what the record is between now and week 15. If the 49ers somehow climb over 500, you might see Jimmy, but otherwise, it's Mullens' team between now and end of the season.
I just think that C.J. Beathard should be starting when we come back. I'm saying because Mullens, he's not seeing a progression. He forces it, and he gets rattled easily, and he has no control over it. On the running game is pure crap. It's just you got McKinnon not really seeing the holes, and you got Hasty with a broken collarbone now. It's just like, where does that end?
Hey, you know what? I look forward to Austin Walter. Kyle should have been playing that kid anyway. Austin Walter is a beast. I remember last year I saw him. I said, "Who is that dude?" Austin. And then he got cut. I said, "That dude, man. He's small. He's short, heavy. His balance is ridiculous. You saw what he did. You see him launch himself like a cannonball after he got hit. He still had enough spring to explode. He dived forward. He was up in the air. This dude, man, that's not even human. I like this guy. So I want to see more of him.
I'm interested, but I'm saying next game, C.J. Beathard better be starting because I think Mullens needs to. I don't know. He just needs to sit down for a little bit.
Could be.
I've seen enough.
Yeah,
I just seen enough.
Because he falls apart the same way every time. First quarter, he's usually pretty good. Second quarter, and it seems like as the game goes along, he seems it's a really
First quarter was amazing.
Yeah.
The first quarter was amazing. First quarter.
I thought we were going places.
Was amazing.
Yeah, it's after the INT. After the INT, all of a sudden he just fell apart. Just we got to go. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
Yep. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all be safe, and y'all wear your mask and wash your hands. Have a good night. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all take care of yourself. Have a good night.
All right, man. Night. Oh, and big win.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Big win, man. We're sitting here going over this game and what was good about it. We already know what was bad about it. Drew Brees, at least, you know what I like about Drew Brees and that bogus call? At least Drew was out the game. Good. I mean, he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I was so happy for Street, man. And then they called that bump call on him, man. I was like, oh, my God.
You guys, come on, man.
But you know what? Everybody always keeps saying, "Oh, we need a receiver that can go deep. We need a receiver that can go deep." No, we don't. We need a quarterback that can throw deep. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. We got receivers that can go deep. We just ain't got nobody to get it to them.
And a coach that'll put the green light on that play. Big Win, I sat and watched Jimmy G, and like everybody else, throw that ball over Emmanuel Sanders' head and into the end zone. So about him being able to throw deep, he can. I think Kyle, that's why he's got all them yak dudes. They've changed their philosophy. You'll see them go deep, and Kyle did that out of desperation today. He wants the game that you see.
I'll tell you who I was happy for, though. I was happy for Kinlaw, man.
Oh,
Kinlaw,
yeah.
boy, oh, my God. Man, look here. We got a man on our team making $85 million and don't even have more sacks than our rookie.
And did you check one apiece, him and Arik. Did you see him dive to go block that ball? I've never even seen Armstead or the DeForest Buckner do that. I didn't know he had that kind of athleticism. He dove and got a hand on the ball and blocked it.
He's gonna be a beast, man. They just got to give him time. You know what I'm saying? But I like what you say about Walters, man. That boy he came in like he really wanted to do something.
Didn't he?
You know what I'm saying? But McKinnon, I don't know what is up with him. He can't even.
Third.
He like just running to the line, hit the holes, man.
And he ain't doing a Le'Veon Bell. He is not Le'Veon Bell. You know what? He wouldn't even be doing that. He'd be a third round back, taking passes out of the backfield and stuff like that. This is what Kyle's not able to do. So he's got to use him as a main back. Use Austin Walter.
No, he's not that. He's not big enough, and he's not that type of back. You know what I'm saying, that you can use like that. And why has he got him returning punts? What happened to the wide receiver guy they had returning punt? What's his name? White or whatever? The tall wide receiver. Why did they have him returning punts?
You know what, Tavon?
No, not Tavon. He gone. I'm talking about the guy that they brought up, but he still ain't even haven't hit the field.
Hey,
for one time, I think.
You're talking about Kevin. Does he's a wide receiver, but is Kevin, can he return?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver, but they have him playing kick returns and
special teams.
I'm just wondering why they don't have him doing it. You know, they got the.
I don't know.
And everybody was bragging on my boy, and he muffed that punt. I was having that kickoff. I was like,
oh, Richie! I was praising Richie like crazy.
Wait a minute, but did you see when? I'm gonna let you go because I know you got a lot of people. But didn't you see how upset he was when he was wide open and he didn't, and the guy couldn't get the ball to him? And the quarterback couldn't get the ball to him. He was jumping all up and down like, oh, man, why you know? And then when they kick the ball and they go right to him, he don't catch it.
Richie must have knew the spotlight was on him. Richie, you mad about the ball being underthrown. Here comes the kick, and you muffed it. What is wrong? You know?
But you know what, Ronbo?
I seen CJ hit Marquise Goodwin with that shot. Why did CJ pull a string on that? CJ can actually send that ball downfield. I don't know what he did. He underthrew it. I've never seen him underthrow like that. He hit Goodwin a couple of times before he left. If you got a speedster, let it go, CJ. Let it go. You know?
But you know what I don't understand is why do they keep sending us to New Orleans? How come New Orleans can't come in? Every time we go down there, we get cheated, man.
Well, you know,
every time we go down there, we get cheated.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my whole family is there in Slidell, Louisiana, so I got to hear all this mess. You know, when I went down there last year for the game, I was so happy. They put me out the car in New Orleans, man. I had to catch a Uber back to my hotel.
How'd you get home?
I was staying. I had rented a condo in New Orleans, but we was going down to the French Quarters, and they put me out the car, man. I had to catch Uber back to my hotel.
You know what? You remind me.
I talked so much crap to them.
several years ago, I got in trouble with my family because I got a lot of Raider fans in my head. It was Thanksgiving, and my uncle put me out. I said, look, you know what? You done said way too much. You get up, put that food down. You can't even have that. Get the hell up out of my house.
You can't even eat up.
I'm just telling you the truth. Y'all will be all right. You Raider fans, I'm outside the house yelling. You Raider fans, you need to learn to lose and remain polite. This ain't right. I'm going on and on, you know.
All right, Ronbo, we're gonna let you go, man. But I love what you do, man. And
Thanks,
I've been
fam.
trying to get in, but man, I be working, man, and it's hard to, sometimes maybe have me in the mountains. I can't get no signal. But anyway, you have a good one, man.
Hey, give me that rhyme you
man.
always give too. Big win with the what?
Oh, I'm just out here in my big truck trying to make a buck. You know what I do.
I really enjoy that.
But I'm off today, though, so I'm not in the truck today. I'm at home now.
All right, fam. I tell you what, I'll be looking for you tomorrow if you get a chance. So if you got some time, I always love to hear from you. All right.
I'll try to get on tomorrow.
All right, fam. Be looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right.
Take care,
Never win.
Ronbo. All
You
right.
too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now, let me remind you, when you call in, don't come in and say hello, 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 hello. The reason we have you on mute is because of the reason you just did. You interrupt the caller on the phone. You got to wait your turn. Just call in, hold up, and we'll take it from there. Hey, Nudge! Nudge. Now, one thing I like about Nudge, he's a very hardworking student. Sometimes if he waits too long, Nudge passes out. I think he did that again. Nudge works hard. Hey, Nudge, it's early in the day, though, so I'm not sure why Nudge is passing out. Well, it's early evening. Nudge! Nudge, here's the quote I was looking for you, Nudge. I'm simply trying to get you in early because Nudge gets weak. Hey, wretched drummer.
Yo, what up?
Drum, man, we're looking like, it's the hurtful thing about this game is it was right there for the 49ers to take. All they had to do was avoid unnecessary mistakes, right? We couldn't avoid the unnecessary mistakes because we were outplaying the Saints, and it wasn't even close. If you look at the stats, it'll make you cry. We beat them in every category.
The time of possession.
Oh, it was ridiculous, right? We had the ball the whole first quarter. They couldn't even get in.
Most of the first half. All right, I know we don't got a lot of time, so let me just
go ahead.
I just heard what he was saying. We can't expect CJ to come off the bench and make a drop a dime like that. If he was in the game starting, maybe if he had a rep, maybe he could make that.
Arm is warmed up.
To come in cold like that.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. And then
I've seen him make that throw.
And I don't put it on Mullens either because when he's getting blindsided, hit by some guy coming off the lens, number 22 was all over the place. He was getting he pancaked McGlinchey. He pancaked McGlinchey, number 22. Did you see that?
You know what? I'm glad I didn't because you would have seen me lose it. Mike, you weigh what? 300 pounds. That's a quarterback.
And then Trent Williams let him get through like unstopped, like a full speed too. So I don't blame Mullens. He's getting hit from everywhere. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he
now.
did. He took some punishment.
But I'm not mad about this loss because we actually competed. We gave them that game, and they got a little bit of help from the refs. That Contavious Street call was BS. We all know it.
God.
But they still had to help them out, but we gave them that. Special teams gave them that game. That's why I put it on. But last night, I remember I was listening to your show yesterday, and I remember how you started. You said nobody knew about Jason Verrett. Nobody called it. Nobody saw it coming. I just want to go back. Before the season started, I remember specifically, I told you on your show, I was like, hey, Ronbo, one more thing. Jason Verrett, I'm hearing great things about him. I'm excited to see him. Come on, man. I saw that. Hey, I called that. And
you're
let
right.
me tell you this.
I didn't know.
Who else did
I
we
didn't
hear
see him
about?
in San Diego.
Who else did we hear great things about? Let me tell you, Cyprian. I want to see him out there.
I know, right? But Marcel Harris did okay today, I think, because Jared Cook did not get off. And last time, Jared Cook was just doing a number.
Oh yeah. And then Kinlaw, I'm happy for him. That play that he did, that reminded me of Bosa when he was crawling on the floor, still getting up, trying to go after it.
You know Nick was watching too. You know he must have been. Nick probably almost hurt his knees. He jumped up. Oh, I taught him that. And Nick, because he was working with Nick, he was doing. Remember that video before Nick got hurt? You showed it in slow mo. They were doing exactly the same move.
Oh,
Sweep
he
their hand
that
away.
move, yeah.
It was the exact same move. I said, look at Kinlaw. He's learning from the right dude, too. So, don't give up on the play. Yeah, that's the Nick taught him.
Yeah, just keep going for it. Yeah, and so we're going to see what this team is made of. Like everyone's saying, they still got a lot of fight in them. We got a bye week, get a couple of players back and just keep fighting, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to, man, I hear one of the callers asking about Phil. You know who I'm wondering about? Tito. Where's Tito at?
Tito. Hey.
You remember Tito from New York?
I've been looking for him for like 2 years. New Jersey, yeah. I've been looking for him forever. I see him every now and then on the comments. He shows up. But I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah. And then Niner Mike. Oh, man, I love that dude. I know it's hard to not drop F-bombs on here. But, he's super passionate. I love that. And so I just want to, say, keep your head up, keep repping, and you know what I'm saying? We'll keep going from here, Ronbo.
Hey.
And thank you for the platform, man. Have a good one, man. Love y'all.
Thank you, Richard. Love you back, fam. Have a good night. Yeah. Richard Drummers from my hometown of Salinas, California. Hey, Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man?
Oh, Sheik, man. It was a gallant effort that fizzled. But not because we got outplayed, Sheik. That's why I feel good about this. This team is still tough. We just got to get some. We got to get some frontline players back. But the Saints, though, they didn't beat us. We gave that game to them as a donation. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
Ronbo, let's talk about the bright side and then obviously the negatives on the list. But the bright side, you got to give the game balls to Kinlaw, Brandon Aiyuk, and Jordan Reed. And the rest, I don't know what the hell that happened.
Well, Kerry Hyder came to play. Kerry Hyder came to play.
Played. I'll give him a
Contavious Street came to play. You know what? The defensive front line, they looked a little better than usual today. And somebody said the Saints are supposed to have a great offensive line. 49ers didn't care.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, like our pressure is good, but we just don't have the speed on the edge. That's what we lack.
Yeah.
The thing, Ronbo, let me just see this though with Drew Brees. On the bench, it made me sad because they played 30 by 30, Mr. Winston crab legs, and we didn't even get one pay. We pressured them, but we didn't really do anything against them. It's really just
blame Jimmy Ward. Jimmy should have made that pick. I don't understand.
Oh man, pissed me off. It's one freaking turnover that we need to take the momentum back and take those hours. That's the thing about safety. They don't catch the ball on our team for some reason. Once in a great moon they do it.
Not even once in a great moon. Sheik, I can't remember the last time. It's been a long time.
It's been a minute. And if it happens, you don't remember because it didn't really mean
It's been so long. It takes too long you have to go back in time too far, and it's just distort. I know Jimmy's got one INT against the Bears. Otherwise, I don't remember anything else. Somebody said he had 2. I don't remember 2.
And, I'm not going to say this, but me and Trez and a bunch of the guys were just talking, and I kind of agree. I am a Kyle Shanahan guy. I am 100%. He's a great offensive mind, but many games, definitely today, bonehead play calling. On 3rd and 1, what does he do? He throws the ball. 4th and 1, he throws the ball. We have a quarterback sneak and play. We have juice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. and we have hasty, this and that. But what we do, we give it to McKinnon? Or we're like, what is it? He can't block with nothing? And that guy, that corner was having a freaking day. We can't even block the dude.
I know.
Put Juice out there, man.
And
what is
like
going
you're saying,
on?
the 49ers are not winning at the offensive line at the point of attack. So why would you even try that play? And maybe that's why Kyle tried the play that he did, because he knew the offensive line was not going to win against the Saints' defensive line. So he tried to fool them with that play. But Nick, just 5 or 6 inches higher, Nick, and aiyuk can make that play.
Right. And I'm not going to agree with all the colors. It's definitely, it's the receivers do, Brandon Aiyuk is the beast. He's raising a lot of eyebrows as a rookie wide receiver. I think he's one of the best. He's very close to saying that he's the best rookie right now. He's contention to say it. But let me just say this. We do need a quarterback that has an arm length. The guy, I'm going to all agree with it, Will. Zach Wilson from BYU train. I'm on board. Let's go.
It's funny. I'm hearing a lot of things about Zach. I finally heard something negative about him because I'm not watching these guys. I saw him play. I thought he looked pretty good. But there are some people who don't appreciate him. But, Sheik, we need to talk about that later. We're out of time now. Sheik, let me see you tomorrow. All right?
Of course. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Ronbo fan club. Shout out to the TNT brothers and sisters. Faithful, hit that like Ronbo, of course, on all platforms. Shout out to you, sir. Have a good day, man.
Thanks.
We'll fight it. We'll figure this shit out.
We'll get it
sorry.
out. Know it. All right, man.
No curse.
Night, Sheik. And NG49, NFC teams are shaky. If we were healthy, we'd be no doubt about it. That's what really bothers me. Look at we got a Pro Bowl team on the IR. And they still came out and gave the Saints all they could. Man. Hey, Bill.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Bill, a little tired of this bizarre 2020. Actually, it goes beyond football. 2020, I don't remember. I don't want to see another 2020. But, Bill, about football, what are you thinking about this game?
Well, I'm watching. We got referees that are senile and stupid.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with them. They don't know the difference between a roughing the passer or somebody getting knocked over on the quarterback.
Fully agree.
That wasn't even roughing the passer call. Come on now. But hey, I'm not even mad. To be honest with you, looking at all the stats and seeing who's winning and who's losing. If we do fall short next week, the best thing we can do is
it's a bye week next week. Week after.
Oh, it is the week after. If we do fall short after that, we might even be number one. If we end up losing, we'll be number one in the draft, or at least number 3. and the two people ahead of us ain't going to get a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, the 49ers are probably not going to try to – they're going to try to win. I got a feeling the 49ers win at least 5 more games. So, yeah.
Well, we got to get past the referees on the bogus calls. They're not going to let them win. They're going to throw everything in their power, determine the game, to give it to the other team. They just don't like the Niners. Yeah. And I watched a little thing earlier on YouTube about how some of our players came up with coronavirus, and they still made us play.
Oh, I know, right?
They don't like us. They never liked us.
And you know about what's his name? What's the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback? Roethlisberger. He showed symptoms, and they gave him the go. Go ahead, play. 49ers, you guys quarantine for up to 5 days. Whoa! We got a game. Why don't you test them and see if they got any symptoms? Oh, no, you guys. We can't reschedule? No. Oh! So, they don't. You're right. They don't like us.
That's why I said I want a quarterback that can throw deep. I want a quarterback that can get past the referees and don't leave the game close. We can't leave the games close anymore. Because if it's going to be left close, we ain't going to win it. They're going to make sure everything in their power to make sure we lose that game.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to get somebody that can, throw deep. And I'm sorry. I like Nick. I like Beathard. I like Garoppolo, but they just don't cut the mustard when you have to throw deep when it counts the most. We need a quarterback that can groom behind the quarterback we get. We might get Matty Ice. We might get Aaron Rodgers. Probably not, but
too expensive.
you know, whoever we get, we need to get somebody who we could groom for a couple of years. And you know, I mean, besides, number 2, the Super Bowl ain't gonna feel like a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, it's not anyway. Can you imagine Super Bowl with no fans, or like maybe like New Orleans, a few people here and there? That's gonna be very.
You don't even get a halftime show. You don't even get a halftime show.
And they've already announced there is going to be a halftime show. I heard who the halftime guest is, but you know what? They've got so much television on the Super Bowl. They don't really, networks are still going to pay. They don't really care who's in the stands. They're entertaining the viewing audience. So
It ain't gonna feel like a Super Bowl anyways. And
I know,
you know,
right?
I mean, I would like to see my team go there, see the Niners go, but it'd be dead, man.
I know.
No fans to bring the energy, nothing.
Yeah, all that fun stuff they do with they can't do all that stuff.
So if there's a time to ever just have a bad year, this is the year.
Well,
And
2020,
you could say coronavirus. You know, you could say all this. You get a good pick. You could groom some people, and you know, hey, they can't say, you know, you want to say, but I don't want Shanahan to be gone. I don't want to see Lynch be fired.
What? No need to worry. They're not about to fire Shanahan. You you can't lose 21 players and blame that on the coach. Bill, hey, Bill, listen, we got to go, though, Bill. After the game is short and sweet. Let me see you tomorrow if you get a chance, though. And my best to Shania.
Give me a Niner shout-out.
Yeah, we can do that.
Uh-huh.
A Niners! Bill, have a good night, fam.
All I gotta say, whatever happens this year, I'm gonna keep it positive.
Yeah.
And stay
Might as
faithful.
well. Yeah, we'll be okay.
Hold your head up. Talk to you later.
All right, fam. Night, Bill. Alex.
How's it going, Ronbo?
Alex, we've seen better days, but I got a kick out of watching Kinlaw and aiyuk. You love to see your first-round picks show some real promise. Aiyuk's been doing that all season long, but Kinlaw, he came alive today. That diving across the line of scrimmage, or down the line of scrimmage to make that block, that really turned me on.
Yeah, I think he's been Googling his name and seeing Grant Cohn talk all kinds of bus talk about him.
I know. I wonder Grant thought when he saw Kinlaw bouncing off the ground, making that, I said, wow, look at that. Nick's teachings working on him. He's still making that play. Do not give up on a play. No, I'm sorry.
The thing about these D tackles. No, you're good, man. The thing about these D tackles, and we've seen it with Armstead. I mean, I know Armstead can bounce around the line, but you know, really, he's a big dude, D tackle size, and moves inside on pass rush. But you see with these D tackles, when they get to the NFL, the biggest thing they got to adjust to is that the guys they're coming up against are just as big, if not bigger, and their feet are so good. You know what I mean? And they know how to use their, you know, whatever leverage they got with these rookies, thinking that they can just run up in here and just, you know, throw their body around. But rookies find out that technique is, you know, at a greater scale in the NFL. And, you know, it takes some time. You know, with receivers, they know that they just got to get open. You know what I mean? But aiyuk comprehending the nuances in this scheme is huge. So big. You know what I mean? It's so big. And, you know, the one thing I take away just from the season so far is that, you know, none of our fans, you know, none of us want to see us do bad and, you know, have a bad record. But here's the thing. The NFL doesn't want to see us have a bad record either, because they know that we got some mad talent coming up next year. And whatever this team, you know, manifests as far as the knowledge and experience that they gained from this year is great. Man, this is a blessing in disguise. It really is. Like, you know, and we can get emotional, you know, week to week with these tough losses and stuff, but look at what these tough losses did for us in 17 to 18. You know what I mean? It made a real hungry team to where, you know, when we would have Ronald Blair's come off the bench and, you know, stuff like that, they'd be making plays when they might only get 10, 15 snaps a game. But they understand that, you know, once we get our Nick Bosa's back, if somehow D Ford, you know, can get his body right, and
all of our offensive pieces. And, obviously, hopefully Sherm can come back strong too for another year. Next year is going to be a problem. Like, regardless of whatever happens this year, whether we lose every game here on out, whether we win half of them, somehow get a playoff, whatever happens,
too many
people
guys
do not want to see us next year because we're more than likely we're not going to, more than likely we're probably not going to win in the playoffs or a Super Bowl, barring some crazy thing.
What do you mean this year?
What that's going to do is it's going to leave a lot to be desired in our locker room because this feels like going into talking a little early, it feels like going into next year, we're about to have the hungriest damn team in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Because they're going to feel like I mistreated this year. Exactly.
And with what our depth is, with the experience of our depth from this year, it's going to be nuts, man. I think this year we thought we were going to have a better defense than last year. Next year, if we somehow can land, because I don't think we need to get a quarterback in the draft. I'm not even going to lie.
No.
There are 20 quarterbacks statistically that can meet the touchdown number that Jimmy Garoppolo threw last year. And obviously in Kyle Shanahan's scheme, you move the ball if you can just keep your eyes upfield and the line can protect you.
Yep.
There's a lot of options. I mean, there's a Ryan Tannehill out there if Jimmy Garoppolo is not chosen. You know what I mean? And if Jimmy Garoppolo is chosen, we're going to be better next year than we were last year. You know what I mean? Jason Verrett is not 38 years old.
Yeah,
if he can stay healthy, this dude is showing that he's got that dog in him still. And he's, we can just only pray that he stays healthy. And if we can squeeze one more good year out of Sherm, this is going to be the nastiest defense we ever damn had.
Yeah. Because I got to tell you, and a lot of people don't have faith, but I got a feeling Kinlaw, this is going to be he could be the child of great expectation that could deliver next year.
He's so big, man. And once he realizes that, he's going to get a proper offseason next year, no matter what the protocols are for COVID or whatever have you. He's going to get a proper offseason where, and he's going to have a direction. You know what I mean? And with that, he's going to remember all those tough moments this year, and that dude is going to be a wrecking ball next year, and people are going to hate that matchup.
Absolutely, and he's going to. Nick. I know Nick was juiced to see him make that play coming up off the dirt. Nick's probably going to be. They're probably talking or texting right now. Hey, we're going to get together off season, man. We're going to work on some things, and you are going to be a monster. I promise you that. I can see it now.
Let's say Ford stays healthy next year. Let's just say he plays 13 games and the other ones are rest or whatever. We will have, except for D Ford, all these people like 26, 27 and under. And
I know, right?
I
love the thought.
I don't even want to get too excited because we got so much time left this year. But man,
I know we got to finish this year and get these guys seasoned up. Aiyuk's got to get better. Kinlaw needs more time out there to get better. He'll get there. Hey, man, Alex, let me see you tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you, man.
All right, man. Night. And hey, Naj. And I knew Naj was coming back. That guy's out. Fam, I'm telling you what. Let's get together tomorrow night, Raw. And keep your head up. It's not all that. Some of the things that we saw today were good things. And of course, the referees, they need to be taken out and horsewhipped. But that's okay. We still played a great game, except for a couple of mistakes, costly mistakes, but they were. And besides, Russell Wilson continues to look bad, and the Hawks lost again. I can't say the same about the Cardinals. It's scary, but you know how I feel about the Cardinals, especially as Kyler Murray's running around out there. Feel that like, fam. I can't wait to see it tomorrow night. I know! Bye.